give me one mic. Everybody's got excuses, but you got one life to live, one life to give, one moment, one opportunity. Boy, that's it, and it's all said and done. When the going gets tough and the tough gets going, you just go ahead and run. Cause opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. They're being constructive or they jealous of the outcome. It's not about the times you fail, it's about the times you got up. And I don't even care what the fuck your excuses is. Fact is, you just blame the cause of foolishness. What you think I'm dubious, you gotta get up, get going and just move on. Don't look towards the past, you gotta groove on. You procrastinating now, you gotta get that motivation. I already created a track called Inspiration. Gotta get up, get going and get fucking hype. Go ahead kid, go ahead and live your life with no regrets, no regard all the fucking time. Cause I'm telling you, if you keep going, you go on. End up in the same spot you've been in all your fucking life now. Tell me now who's winning. Opinions are like assholes, everybody.
We are live, and this is Wrestling Talk Now Thursday. And I am Big Red, and I'm with JLB and the crazy one, Kid Crazy.
What do you do, boys?
How's everyone going?
I'd be better if you put a little more fucking energy in that intro, buddy. That song is booming.
I'm working
that song
with.
is booming. Let's go.
I'm working
Welcome
with a
everybody
very.
to Wrestling Talk Now. Big Red is working with a lot of no excuses, but just like that song does say, no excuses. Big Red is here. JLB is here. The crazy Kid Crazy is here. What is going on? All right.
That's it. That feels more right.
Well, my back is beating me up, so I apologize for the entrance.
Okay. We'll take that apology. We'll take it.
And this chair is not helping either.
Oh, there we go. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but luckily we woke up on the right side, ladies and gentlemen. We got you covered in all of everything and anything wrestling for today. Guys, before we get on with the recap, I think it would be only fitting to discuss about some of the stuff that we obviously weren't able to talk about yet, such as the lovely, long-awaited WWE releases, and we even have some AEW releases as well, which we maybe kind of knew that was coming. So it's NXT though, so it's not main roster. I think now officially they're not going to be touching the main roster. At least it seems that way. But two NXT stars, three bigger NXT stars names. I think 9 in total were released from NXT. The bigger ones being Dakota Kai, who I had just found out actually asked for her release and they gave it to her.
Yeah, it's exactly what was said. Yes,
perfect. And then we got Dexter Lumis, which, wow, you guys, they built Dexter Lumis up. I think is the most surprising one for me. They built up this character really nice. Sure, he wasn't doing anything. The whole marriage thing was a bit whatever. But I personally thought Vince would have liked this kind of character over onto the main roster. It doesn't seem that way since he was also fired. And then I guess we got the AKA, the next big thing. I always forget his name.
His gimmick name was Harland and his real name was Parker Boudreaux.
There you go. Parker Boudreaux. Apparently not the next big thing for WWE as they originally had thought a year ago.
Well, his gimmick didn't help him, huh?
Well, yeah.
Whose fault is that?
Yep.
WWE's.
Yep.
There you go, yeah.
The booking, the way he's been booked hasn't helped at all. I thought that he would be the perfect, a Vince guy, big guy, powerful. I think he would have been able to use that. But for some reason was booked with this woke character and as basically the enforcer or the muscle for this woke character, Joey Gacy on NXT. And I guess they lost their way with and didn't know what to do. Could it have to do with something with that whole big story when he injured Brian Kendrick, throwing him down the stairs. We don't know. That's only speculation. But I feel that there was a potential there. And I think other companies might be interested in Parker.
Yeah, I see just him going to Impact, maybe legit being another legit Brock Lesnar there. He didn't seem as crazy toned and fit as he did when we saw pictures of him coming into the WWE. But I don't know, maybe that's just the clothes he's wearing. It kind of puts off a not strong, crazy physique. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't watch NXT a lot, so I can't really comment on how well he was per se. I've seen a few segments with him, but that doesn't help me on his wrestling side for me, at least. So gimmick definitely wasn't great for him. It just was just another gimmick that was there, right? So that's kind of the thing. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, is that your big, your top surprises? Was there anyone else that kind of surprised you from that list?
Well, I think Dexter. I think Dexter was at the beginning was being built up. Okay, I guess not great, but okay. Recently, with this whole wedding thing and making out on every NXT, I know it wasn't doing him right, but at the same time, I think his ceiling was much lower. I think he had reached his ceiling. There was not much more that really Dexter can give you, especially for a guy that never says a word. I don't think I ever heard him say one word. So that bit of that stalker gimmick, and he had the physique, like you said. The charisma, I don't know. He was a good wrestler in the ring. I really enjoyed his wrestling. Charisma, I don't know, because he never said a word.
Wasn't he in Impact before?
Yep, and it was kind of the same character also. Obviously, it was a different name, I think, if I'm not mistaken, almost certain. But it was kind of that stalker character also. So he didn't, but I didn't see him past NXT becoming a big star in the main roster. So I'm not surprised there. Definitely, like I said, Dakota Kai, what I said off air, Dakota Kai, I was surprised because I think she is a top talent in the women's division, and she could be a great asset. I don't know about AEW because of the fact of they're kind of stacked now, and they're still not doing anything with the women's division. If I were her, I would be more interested in Impact as knockout division. She can really shine there. Other than that, in the releases, there's not really anybody that. Well, yes, Malcolm Bivens. That's right, Malcolm Bivens, which was the Diamond Mind manager. He's good on the mic. And officially now, when Roderick Strong signed with an extension with WWE, he was promised this Diamond Mind, and every single member of Diamond Mind that he was promised that wasn't Diamond Mind back then is gone in one fashion or another. And now including it was his wife, which I forgot to write it down before, but she's gone from the company also. So now I guess that's why he's been asking for his release, because he feels
he's like, guys, I'm just next.
Yeah.
Whose wife?
Roderick Strong's wife.
Roderick Strong's wife.
Which is
she was a wrestler?
Yep. She was part of Diamond Mind, and now she's left WWE. But if I can find this pretty fast.
It's not the girl.
Marina Shafir.
That's it. The one in the problem. That's it. That's what was
Marina Shafir.
Yes, the one you guys were talking
where we fucked up a name so horribly we didn't know.
That's his wife.
We're like, that doesn't sound right.
That's his wife. Yeah.
Oh.
The MMA.
So, I mean, he's going to AEW for sure if they allow him out of his contract. And I think his contract is ending soon. I don't.
You guys think I don't know if he signed an extension a year ago maybe that he might have 2 years left, and you think Vince McMahon's going to let him leave so they could complete the Undisputed Era in AEW?
I mean, he's been doing a shit job at not doing that.
Yeah,
so,
that's true too. Yeah,
and then all you need is Finn Balor for the Bullet Club, and you're set. Done.
Yeah,
yeah, but now there's
Well, we got a bit of the reunion of the Bullet Club on Raw there. Not on Raw, on SmackDown. Sorry, where AJ and Was it on Raw or SmackDown? No,
It was Raw.
No, it was
Raw.
on Raw. It was on
Raw.
Raw. Yes, it was after the Priest match. Yeah, they did the too sweet
Too sweet.
to each other, and the crowd went wild.
Oh, and yeah, I guess we would need AJ, but I feel like AJ is a WWE life for now, and
Yeah.
he's not into. He's done. He's just comfortable. Guys, give me my money. He's past his prime in that sense where he's like, guys, you know what? Like, I'm just good. This money's for my kids.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I've done the road traveling so much. Like, it's comfortable for me now. I'm not gonna go crazy and do all these crazy fantastic matches because I don't need to. You want those? Watch my older shit. You know?
And it seems like he's okay with this being his last contract, $3 million a year for 3 years, I think, and then maybe transition into a coach or producer job, agent. So I think he's okay with that. So I don't think AJ will be moving. I agree with that. But for Malcolm Bivens, I can see definitely going to since AEW like to put the I was going to use a big word I can't pronounce. The emphasis on managers. I think Malcolm Bivens can be a great addition to AEW also.
Well, he has a history with MJF. So.
Oh, snap.
Yes, from MLW, right?
Yeah.
So there's a connection there. So I can see Malcolm Bivens going there. And he also had asked for his release not too long ago. Or no, sorry, he refused to extend his contract. That's right. That was it.
Yeah. Well, if you refuse to extend, it's kind of like asking for your release, no? So like
it's actually better. It's actually better because you don't have that 90-day clause. So you live out your contract and you could show up, which is what Vince McMahon, I guess, doesn't like, right?
Right.
That you see them on NXT
and,
one day,
which is why we are going to maybe see Cesaro as perhaps the mystery person for the Owen Hart qualifier.
Oh, right? Please,
there's a tournament. There's a spot available, a Joker spot or whatever have you. Like, I'm perfect. Cesaro.
Yeah, that would be perfect, and it would be what I would want to. If you'd ask me who I would want to be that Joker, I think it would be a great addition, not only to that tournament, but to that company. Give me Claudio Cesaro.
And if it is Cesaro, I would want him to win it, because who's in it doesn't. There's nothing.
Well, I mean, I'm happy for anyone. I'm happy for Keith Lee. I'm happy for Samoa Joe. I'm happy for
Keith Lee's not in it.
Is it Keith Lee's in it?
No.
They showed the brackets right yesterday on Dynamite.
Yeah, it's a Darby versus Jeff, Samoa versus the Joker. Dax is fighting
Adam Cole, right?
Adam Cole, and Riley.
That should be a good match, man. Dax against Adam Cole.
Riley, who's Riley?
And Riley's in the first. I think he's on the first of the brackets on the left.
Yeah.
Who is he fighting?
Why can't I get a good bracket thing? Oh, there you go.
You found it?
Kyle O'Reilly versus Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. That's it.
Samoa Joe versus the Joker.
It's gonna be Cesaro.
Would be crazy. Dax Harwood, Adam Cole, and Darby and Jeff. I was surprised that Jeff won
against Bobby Fish.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they should have just did that whole crazy Undisputed Era is in the Owen Hart tournament. Like they were like promoting that segment on Rampage, and I just feel like that would have been something cool. And then maybe that's how you have the demise of the Undisputed Era, in the sense that Young Bucks and Kenny Omega somehow comes back to kind of thing, also to further promote the Forbidden Door. You know, I was thinking along that way, and I'm like, Jeff doesn't really need to be in here. Jeff Hardy is great. It's his first single match. Cool story, bro. You won it, but I don't think he should have been in the tournament per se.
Do you think it has anything to do, it's just speculating here, but do you think it has anything to do with what I said last week on the podcast with Jeff not being happy about already being on Dark and Elevation?
I don't think
maybe
so.
his miscontent, he went to bring it to Tony, and Tony decided to change the plans, maybe have him win a few singles matches.
I don't think I don't think that rumor is true, though. So I don't think that's a thing. I mean, he's got to know that he's not going to win it. Why are you going to put him in the tournament and then, I feel like, yeah, I don't think that's true. I think Jeff is in a much more happier space. He's with his brother now. His brother, I'm sure, told him how it worked before he even signed and
Mhm.
whatever have you. And they're gonna go off of your tag team stuff right off the bat. Maybe he's frustrated that he maybe wants to be a singles competitor more. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, that's not where the money is. But you've created this legendary tag team and nostalgia for years and years and years, and you bet your butt Tony is gonna bank on that. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
that's
the
what it
name
is.
the name Hardy Boys, a tag team, and especially in the tag team division in AEW being what it is,
Mhm.
it works out perfect. I just think that Jeff is you hear it from the crowd reaction. Jeff is still one of the most over wrestlers, baby faces
Mhm.
in wrestling.
Oh,
And I
That's
think
true.
I think I think he I don't know. This is like, I don't know if the rumor is true. There was speculation. There was no confirmation. But I think he saw AEW as an opportunity where he could do both. Because in WWE you can't. Either you're a singles competitor or you're a tag team. You're in a tag team. You don't really do both. And in AEW
right.
you see that the tag teams, you can still be in a tag team, fight for the titles, but still have still be ranked in the single division also. So I think maybe he saw that as well. But I also don't think that this win, Jeff being in the Owen Hart tournament, has anything to do with him complaining. I think it's maybe they didn't want all four members of all three members, sorry, of the Undisputed Era or Elite in that tournament. I think two is good, and I think you might see a Kyle O'Reilly. Are they on the same side of the brackets?
No, they're opposite.
Opposite
So
sides.
you might see a final: Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly.
That would be dope.
He'll probably get the poke of the doom.
I Yeah,
No, they won't do
I
the
don't think
poke of
so,
doom.
but
No,
yeah.
they'll fight. They'll do like the Dax and they'll do like a tag team thing, like Dax and what's his face did, and Cash,
Mhm.
and put on a Fuego match. I feel like I don't know. It doesn't necessarily matter who wins. I guess. Is there a Heart that's wrestling that's not in WWE right now? No.
That's not in WWE.
Mhm.
Well,
Rephrase the
the other one,
question.
Is there a Heart that's in wrestling right now that's not in WWE?
Whether it's Davy Boy
I
Smith
don't know,
Jr.
like
yeah,
Davey
it's
Boy
only
Smith
David Boy Smith.
Jr.
The other one would never. First of all, he's not a real Heart, and he would never. Tony would never approach
It's
him.
not a real Heart.
What's his name?
Natalia's
Dave-
husband.
No, not Tyson Kidd.
Well, he's not
The,
a real
the
hard.
one that got arrested, the one that got arrested many times. There, it was an
Uh,
MLW. There,
Tommy.
he actually
Tommy?
he actually uses the name Hart, but he's not a real Hart.
Tommy. It's not Tommy.
No.
I
He
know.
used to be Davy Boy Smith's partner there. Davy Boy Smith
Yes.
Jr.'s partner.
He used to be with. He used to be with Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah, and the Heart, yeah, the new Heart Foundation 2.0 there.
But he's in prison.
He's in prison now?
Yeah,
Oh
I
shit!
believe so.
I knew he had some problems with the law, but I didn't know he was back in prison.
I believe he's in prison.
Let me see.
He fought the law, and the law won.
Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart.
Teddy.
That's it.
Teddy
I
Hart.
think he's in prison.
I wouldn't be surprised because when I just googled it, his first
The
first
mugshot.
thing was a mugshot. So
Oh my god!
Yeah.
so yeah, so I don't think he would show up.
What have
Davey
I
Boy.
contributed to the world? Oh, mugshot. That's what people know. Yes.
And he's really good if you watch his matches.
Well, talented. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's good.
Mm.
He's very good. It's just, I guess he's one of those where he has all the talent in the world, but just no discipline to go with it. So,
Jesus,
as for
his
Davey
last
Boy,
Instagram photo was like October 2018.
wow. So
Guess he's not into his social medias, or he's in prison.
or yeah, he's in prison. That's basically so. Davey Boy Smith, I don't think so. He's been released. Has it been 90 days?
Oh yeah.
It's been more than 3 months.
I think
Okay.
I think he got
Yeah.
released like last year, like early last year too. So
There was still snow in front of my house.
well, I mean that doesn't
Well,
say
that could have
much.
been like a month ago.
It could have been a month ago. It could have been 2 weeks ago. There was a snowfall.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Touche.
But
thank you.
yeah, so I don't think so. I think I think it's wishful thinking, but Claudio Cesaro is my pick for the Joker. And
Or it could be also Johnny Gargano.
Johnny, that would be wild.
mm,
But
yeah,
Johnny
that would be
Gargano,
wild.
that would be wild. I just feel like Johnny Gargano is a WWEer, and he feels like it's his perfect time to leave and bounce. But I feel like he holds so too much respect for.
Well, he said that he wanted to see what else there was out there. So
It feels like he's really interested in New Japan. I like to have
Yeah.
that experience of New Japan, but I don't see him going there for a long time. I see him because a lot of what do they call the Americans or in the New Japan, most of them don't have how do I say a contract, a long-term contract. They usually work on based on appearance. So maybe go there for 6 months or something. But he just had a baby, to go back and forth, Japan, the States.
or it also could be someone from New Japan.
It could be because of this Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door thing.
hmm Maybe to build up a match at the
Or maybe
pay-per-view.
he's actually really fucking good now, and it's Kenny Omega. And then
That
you
could
have
be.
Kenny versus Adam. Oh no, they would be on the same side though.
on the
Fuck.
same side. It would be the semifinals. Yeah.
No, they wouldn't, because Adam's on the right.
Oh snap! Yeah, so that can also build.
Oh,
that
that's
up,
right.
too.
Yeah.
So maybe
that makes sense,
We don't know. We don't know what we're talking about, and Kenny's fucking good, and that's why they had announced the Forbidden Door now because they're like, all right, we got Kenny. This is gonna work out perfectly. And then at Forbidden Door, does Adam Cole have a match already at Forbidden Door? There's no
Nope,
matches announced.
there's no matches
right?
yet.
Nope.
There's
No
just
match.
rumors and wish lists.
So you can even do like a Kenny versus Adam, and then like Undisputed Elite versus fucking All Elite or whatever Bullet Club, which however you want to do that, and then you can even make it like a faction thing. It turns into like a faction Forbidden Door thing at Forbidden Door. So it's possible, or because he has ROH now, you can play off the CM Punk's mojo. CM Punk just takes that spot because I don't think CM Punk technically fought for the qualifiers. So CM Punk can take that spot too, and that would be a legendary matchup too, because all the fans would go ape shit.
But CM Punk can't be on the final because he's fighting for the world title.
Yeah, but that's not the same pay-per-view, right?
Not the same
Is it?
pay-per-view though. It's
It's
not
on-
on. It's not on. It's
Double
gonna
or
be on
Nothing.
it's not
Double
on.
Nothing. The Double Nothing is final is the ring. Owen Hart's finals double is in Double Nothing.
Oh, okay, that's been confirmed. Okay, if that's
Yes.
been confirmed, then no, then CM Punk cannot be there.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been a perfect occasion if
Oh.
it would have been an Adam Cole, Kenny Omega type of thing to have that would be the first match announced for Forbidden Door, because you have that would be a great match. It has a bit of a backstory with New Japan because of the Bullet Club,
Right.
so I think it could be done, but I don't know. CM Punk, do you think CM Punk? I guess we'll talk about it for the Adam Page promo, but can CM Punk take the title at the Double or Nothing?
There's more chances of Hangman becoming a heel than CM Punk winning the title.
We got a bit of that taste last night, right?
Yeah,
Bit of the Adam Page asshole, I guess.
yeah.
What did I miss? What happened with that?
Well,
How
he was
Adam
basic-
Page an asshole?
Well, his
he was
promo.
his promo basically he bashed a bit the crowd, not too much the fans, but a bit. And he really, really bashed CM Punk. He had a bit of a heelish
Yeah, Flair.
flair to that promo. I noticed that. I even wrote it. I go, is there a heel turn coming up? Because obviously he's not over as a champion should be over.
Right.
Well, he's not over as a champion.
I think he was more over in the chase than he is now as champion.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And-
the chase is always the best part.
yeah.
In
And
anything.
CM Punk is pretty much the over as face in that company is pretty much CM Punk. You could put it with anyone, and it's CM Punk is over. Unless unless you go with Moxley.
No, Moxley, I don't feel is going to get it anytime soon, though.
No,
No.
I'm saying in
As
the sense
over.
of
Being
as
over.
over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're definitely the two most over faces.
Yeah.
Even though even though Mox and Brian Danielson are basically walking
I
that thin line
I don't
of
know what that. I don't know what
heel
Brian
face.
is anymore. Is he heel? Is he face? Is he
Who?
Daniel?
The
Brian, whatever. Brian's
No,
the
well,
whatever.
he's heel. He's heel.
Well, there's still cheer for him, so I don't think he's
no,
completely
but that's
heel.
yes.
Well, but that's just
But
because they respect him so much that at the end of the day, we fucking love you, and we're gonna cheer for you. But
they,
we also get you're playing a heel, but he's a heel, like for sure.
the Blackpool Combat Club walks that thin line because definitely Brian acts like a heel, but then
Yes.
Mox
Yeah.
acts like a face or like a no,
He
maybe
just
not
acts
like
like a lunatic. He's just there.
yeah, it's just
You know what I
himself.
mean?
Like a lunatic fridge.
Yeah.
Yuta is definitely a face though.
Yeah, that's it.
Yuta's a face.
Yeah.
But I
So
love
they
Yuta.
they walk that thin line. Another great match he had this past few episodes. Yeah, they walked
Past
that
few
thin
episodes.
because I don't remember exactly which one it was. I kind of put my foot in my mouth there.
Yeah. Well, no, they had a match. Where's my little thing? They had a match on Dynamite. It was like a 3-way tag team match, if I'm not mistaken. Like a
Yes, it was a trios match. Yes,
trios match. Where the
That's
fuck
right.
is? There you go. So where are you? Dun, 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 dun. Butcher, yeah. So it was AFO's Butcher Blade and Angelico
that's it.
versus Blackpool Combat Club, which
That's
of
it.
course is Daniel Bryan, Moxley, and Wheeler, and with lovely William Regal always in commentary, which is always fun.
And also, William Regal on commentary kind of walks that thin line. Sometimes he talks like a heel, sometimes so. I guess they're leaving us in the like for us to imagine, not imagine, but for us to have make up our own minds on what they are. I guess as face or heel, and like that they can go either way, and they can face their
Anybody,
exactly.
yeah. And because you also don't have a lot of tag teams, or well, I guess you do have a lot of tag teams, but you don't have a lot of trios tag teams either, right? So if they want to continue doing this whole, like last week they faced the Factory. Factory is technically heel, right? Because QT Marshall's a douche.
Yep.
So
Marshall, it's Marshall.
I'm not saying it. No, it's Marshall to me.
It's
Marshall.
I refuse.
And I refuse. Not happening. No bueno. Which is also a very good chocolate bar, by the way. Bueno. I recently just had it.
Really?
We're kind of going all over the place. But that's what makes it exciting
I don't know if
too.
you want to, if before we go on the real recap, I just want to mention Stu Grayson as part of the news. Stu Grayson was also one of the first to be signed to AEW when they first announced it. Him and Evil Uno, as part of which were known in the independent scenes as the Super Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, right?
And Stu Grayson has decided not to renew his contract, refused the offer Tony Khan
They're
made.
still working though, apparently, because it ended on May 1st. This contract, and they're still kind of in talks, but he just hasn't signed anything yet. So just because his contract is up, not necessarily that they're not negotiating, but Marco Stunt and Joey Janela are like out.
Those contracts have expired and they have not been renewed, and they will not be renewed.
So we're gonna miss them.
I think Stu Grayson is. Go ahead,
Stu, yeah. But
I'm gonna miss. Well, no, you know why? Because one, I think with Marco Stunt, they didn't do him justice in AEW. Because if you watch his stuff in GCW and other indie feds, he was actually pretty fucking entertaining. He can actually go. He was a really good wrestler for his height and what he can do. And I don't know, they somehow dropped the ball. I felt on Marco Stunt, and then putting him with the Jungle Cruise there. I know I always forget the name, so I call him Jungle Cruise. And yeah, so at the same time, I feel like if he goes to maybe the Impact, or I don't know if Tony wants him to be an ROH and do some stuff, or just go on the indie scenes or something, because he's good. He's a good wrestler. It's just they never used him properly. The only monumental moment for Michael Stunt I could think of is when Lance Archer threw him all the way to the crowd, which is very unfortunate, because I think that was like the first year of AEW.
Yeah, I think that was the first or the second casino battle royale, which was in the first few casino battle royales. He pulled off some great spots, and people got some great reactions from the crowd. I just
Mhm.
don't. I don't think that's where they wanted to go. I guess since Christian arrived and joined Jurassic Express, um, they kind of pushed Marco a bit to the side there. But Stu, we can agree Stu is definitely the best of that tag team. Evil Uno. No disrespect to
Right.
Evil Uno.
You kind of disrespected Evil Uno.
But
Hey, your hair looks like shit today. No disrespect, though.
but I have to pick. I have to pick one that's better, and I think Stu Grayson is better. I know Stu Grayson has a construction company and is very
Oh.
business minded. So
Okay.
In Quebec?
yep. He still lives in Quebec. He, contrary to like 2.0, I think Evil Uno even has moved now to the States. He's the only one that stayed in Canada. And apparently, from what I've heard on the French podcast today, he's very business oriented. And if he thinks he's worth something, he will not go for anything lower. It's happened in
Okay.
the indie scenes apparently when he was booked on for a tag team match, a fatal 4-way tag team match. And it ended up after he was booked, and they ended up changing it to a ladder match. And apparently, he called the promoter and he said, "Well, now that it's a ladder match, it's going to cost you more expensive because for a ladder match it's more expensive." So he's very business oriented. Doesn't
Okay.
mean they won't find uh,
A common.
now a common ground. Exactly. Thank you. It doesn't mean they won't find that, but for now, that's why I guess they took him off the roster list on the website. Maybe they don't want to go that route where like Cody Rhodes was fighting without a contract.
Right.
So they didn't want to take that chance. So for now, he's off the roster, but nothing says he will be back soon. Because like we see, John Silver has been promoted. It doesn't look like anything is changing for the Dark Order. So
John Silver's has a match with Punk, right?
yep,
Yeah, Rampage. That's gonna be fun.
tomorrow, yeah. Man,
That's gonna be a good time.
those guns. He has huge guns, man.
At 5:30, people.
Yes, don't forget them.
5:30.
5:30 special start time. Yes, because I guess they have hockey after.
Playoffs.
Oh yes, playoffs.
5:30, people.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be working, so I guess I won't be watching.
Well, you can watch it
Uh,
after on your application. Isn't that what you tell me?
Well, yeah,
The
that's
TSN
valid
app.
point. That's a valid point. Yep, touche. I deserve that. Karma. That's what it is,
I'm,
folks.
I'm actually gonna have time to watch it because it's at 5:30.
Oh, there you go.
I can watch it while having dinner.
Oh, jeez. Don't spend time with the wife. Watch wrestling while you're having dinner.
I spend time with her when she sleeps with me in the bed. You're
And
there,
this
I'm there.
is- You're there, I'm there. We spend time together. That's
There you
it.
go.
Good night.
I don't know if it's gonna help or hurt the ratings because the NBA playoffs. Let's be real, the NBA playoffs has hurt ratings all across the board for wrestling, not just AEW or Rampage, but even Raw has gone down a bit. Even SmackDown has gone down a bit, not too much. SmackDown always seems to be the one that outside the box when it comes to ratings. I guess because of network television.
No, that's my cue to leave.
That's my cue to leave. Oh, Jesus. I guess she was talking about the wife thing.
You could stay.
You and your wife.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Oh, Jesus.
And yeah, so that's it. So those are the breaking news of this week.
Well,
in,
no, hold on. There was
we
also
got
some
more?
pretty big, decent breaking news. Freddie
yeah?
Pinch Jr. himself
Oh,
yes.
yes.
has said that he is opening up a wrestling promotion. He gave us a little timeline. It's going to be in about, I
3
think he
years.
said like a year and a half or something.
Yeah. Yes,
He's
it's a
saying
plan of
for
3 years.
2 to 3 years. It's a
Yeah.
plan of 3 years. It's not to compete with anything. It's more something just for him. Wrestling with Freddie is his podcast. If you guys do listen to that, he's obviously a hardcore wrestling fan. He's been a writer for the WWE. I think he was a writer for like 2 months. He's had Tony Khan, and he's just a diehard wrestling fan.
The only
So,
podcast I listen to is WTN.
well,
Great plug.
valid, great plug. Forget about Real Talk Radio and all that, but sure. Great plug.
Wrestling
Yeah,
wise.
so wrestling. It's valid. Yeah. So Freddie Prinze Jr. has finally kind of announced that, and he kind of mentioned nothing about a TV deal per se. I don't think necessarily he's going to be getting one right up from the jump.
Probably gonna be
But we'll
YouTube.
see. We'll see. It should be pretty exciting whether he puts it on YouTube. There's so much places you can put your stuff now
Yeah.
and whatever have you. So, yeah, that I found was pretty exciting. He almost kind of hinted that when he was talking with Tony Khan on his interview that he was cooking up something. But now that he finally announced it, that should be fire. And if I get to see Sarah Michelle Gellar randomly on his show, sign me up.
Are they still married?
They're still married, brother.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any little crush on Michelle?
I always have, and I think I always will.
Oh,
I have a crush on
Justin-
Buffy the
Just-
Vampire Slayer.
Justin has
that's
Justin has a
it.
thing with a Vampire Slayer.
Damn right.
Yeah, I heard that too with Freddie.
You
Prinze,
do your thing.
and-
You do you.
and he seems
You
like
do
he's a good wrestling head. So I'm intrigued to see what he can do with a promotion.
Yeah, that's it. That's going to be really fun and just great for overall wrestling fans. I'm glad that AEW came out and then it lit the fire for so many other people to start trying to pump out promotions too. So it's a good look. It's a good look for just wrestling fans in general. We all win in that case. We get to choose from a lot more companies. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for that. Hopefully I get to see it though, and it's not just like an LA based thing and we're left out of the dark here,
Hopefully they don't ban the Canadian Destroyer.
Why is that something he would do?
No, it's because Control Your Narrative banned the Canadian Destroyer
Oh, really?
No. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about.
in their promotion. Yeah.
I don't understand why. That's what
Because no flips, just hits is like their
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Their
Jesus.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. They don't want flipty doos. They want like strong, barbaric men wrestling each other.
So
with no
basically,
flips.
they won WWF 1980s.
Exactly. That's it. They want Warrior versus Hogan all over again and again and again and again and again and again.
Okay, so basically, if it's Strawman matches.
They want to focus on the technicality, but I don't think they're going about it the right way.
It's not gonna go nowhere.
In the defense of the Canadian Destroyer, I also don't like the way it's being used now because I don't think Petey Williams, which shout out to Petey Williams, which is the inventor of the Canadian Destroyer. I don't think he intended it to be like a transitional move. I think Canadian Destroyer was supposed to be a great finisher, has a great look. It's supposed to end matches, and now they use it just as a transitional move.
I mean, but
We could say that.
I think that's just the evolution of any kind of thing.
We could say the same thing about the super kick.
Yeah.
True that.
You know, we could say the same thing about a leg drop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was Hogan's move. But now people just do leg drops like it's nothing because it's a freaking leg drop. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just how you promote that move. We've seen stunners. Sammy Guevara does his flip-de-doo stunner there.
Yeah.
And that's a stunner, but that
cutter.
doesn't finish anyone off. The cutter. You know what I mean? So obviously KO still keeps
punch,
alive, but
a
doing the
kick.
stunner too. That's it. I think it's just evolution. I think at the end of the day, when you do use a move too much and it's not your signature or your finisher, then that's just what's gonna happen. And
Gonna
it's
dilute
like
the
anything
impact of
else.
it.
You're gonna
It's all about
dilute
the
it,
game
for sure.
and how you
And how you play it. It's all about controlling your narrative, and then you can take it.
Great,
Yeah, I don't know.
great segue there.
I haven't watched the CYN control your narrative shit, but
I don't even know if they
I
have
just know
their
I'm gonna like
if they had a first show yet. Have
they did, didn't they have?
Oh.
Yeah, they had like VIP tickets and everything. And
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
I remember
news
that. Yeah.
to me.
I remember that. But see, it doesn't even appear on my wrestling website where I
Speaking of the
check
game,
some
Talk
news.
about it.
Yeah. Speaking of, you were saying, John?
Speaking of the game, I just popped my phone open and look who's there.
Oh, there you go. That's Google listening to you. That's what that is.
That's
Yeah.
exactly-
It's Inside Ropes, the magazine, the best magazine you can get right now.
Oh, there we go. Hashtag still not sponsored.
Yes.
We have to call the guys in UK.
That's it. Hey guys, what's up? You want some Canadian promotion? We got you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of the big news there. I don't think there's necessarily anything else big news related.
Well, it's not really big news, but I learned something this week.
I
Did
mean,
you
that's
know?
pretty big news. You learned something?
Well,
Oh my god.
yes, it's. Did you know that Raw was almost canceled on Mondays
When?
in the early '90s?
Oh,
USA,
So, at the
USA,
beginning,
yeah, the USA almost canceled the Monday Night Raw.
Okay, do you have context to this though? Can you give us more info?
you remember if it was because of something? Because
was
I remember they left
Because
to
they did have a
TNN,
beef. They left to TNT. Yeah.
It
no,
was-
TNN,
TNN.
which
sorry.
became Spike after later on there.
Right.
It was because of Monday Night Football,
Oh,
and at that time,
USA was
Uh,
going to bid for to have the Monday Night Football.
yeah, and at that time, Vince McMahon had the idea of buying USA Network for
Oh.
Monday Night not to be canceled.
Okay.
But look where we are today.
We're
But
back
just-
on Raw is back on USA, and it's
But
3
just to
hours
th-
long.
Just to think that there will be no Monday Night Raw, it will be like Wednesday or Thursday.
I mean,
Everything
it'd be
will different.
weird. It'd be weird. We'd get used to it though. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
but
about-
it would be no Monday Night Wars. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, I
there
mean,
would
yeah,
be
those,
no.
There's
Yeah.
1996 to 2000 there, those 4 or 5 years where Monday Night Raw was like the thing to watch. Well, wrestling was a thing to watch on Monday. Don't forget, we had close to 10 million people watching wrestling on Mondays in those strong
Wow.
periods of 90, 96, 97, 98
Yeah.
there. To think that now barely reached 2 million people on Raw.
yeah, but
Um,
there's so much into that though.
oh,
right?
yeah, of course.
There's
of
so
course.
much. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a whole. We have technology now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have great speeds, high connections, whatever. People are streaming, watching YouTube, doing this. They'll watch it later. They can PVR it. blah, blah,
Network.
blah. You know, they have the network and whatever. People have ADD now too. Like everyone has some sort of ADD where they can't focus on one thing for 2 hours. They have to go do something else, so they'll watch it later. Life is completely different.
Yeah, life is
Yeah.
completely different. And
Completely different.
there's definitely the fan base has shrunk. I have so many. So I can't even count how many people that tell me, oh, you still watch wrestling? Oh, I used to watch wrestling back in the Stone Cold days. Like that comment comes back to me all the time. Like all the time. So that's how crazy it was popular back then.
Or if people do know recent WWE, they know John Cena's "You Can't See Me."
Yeah.
They know that, and they know Hogan. They'll say Taker sometimes because of his crazy entrance and the Dead Man. But it's
Rock.
ultimately Stone Cold and Rock. Stone Cold,
Yeah.
Rock, and then John Cena for newer fans, or Hogan for older fans. That's it.
Yeah.
That was the highest pinnacle that they were at. You know what I mean? And if you go and watch the Attitude Era now, though, it really wasn't that good. A lot of
Hey,
the stuff is
Some
kinda
cringe moments. Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
take my childhood away from me, please.
Especially
beg you.
my teenage years there.
Just preparing you, bud. If you do try to go watch it and want to relive, you'll be like, oh my god. Like Val Venus's segments were really bad.
Some
They
there's
weren't
Well,
as
some-
Val
funny.
Venus was not the best wrestler in the world either.
No, but his segments where the ladies went crazy. I'm like, I
Hello,
remember, I'm like, oh,
ladies.
those were so crazy. But some of them are just stupid. And I'm like, okay. But I mean, the main events were fucking fuego too, though. The main
Yeah.
events were fire. They were a good time. They actually told a story. But some
Story?
of the stuff.
Did you say story?
I know WWE and story. Where is that now? That doesn't exist.
Mhm.
You can't even say that in the same sentence without saying WWE has no storylines. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
It
it
doesn't sound right.
That's
but
it.
that's where has evolved. Wrestling has evolved. But yeah, like Right to Censor, like who remembers Right to Censor? It would actually might work a bit better now than it did back then.
It would work so well now,
Um,
especially with social media and all that.
And
Yeah.
it fits more into
And
today's thing.
then the cancel
but-
culture stuff and all
Yeah.
that.
They probably
Because
made a
that actually
faction-
grew. That actually came from from like it was spun from actual reality because they were getting complaints from the FCC um, to tone down a bit the content, and so they turned it around a bit and they like mocked it a bit with right to censor.
Right.
But yeah, like the Attitude Era, it's like everything that you grew up idolizing or that you watched. You go back and you're like, it doesn't seem as funny as it was back then, or as cool as it was back then. But
Right.
it's definitely the place to be on Monday nights was watching wrestling. When I say 10 million people, I don't think people grasp at how much people that is to watch wrestling like on a Monday night. But
And I used to always miss the off the records with Michael
Mhm.
Landsberg
yep,
on the
yep.
Tuesdays, or you watch the replay of Raw on Tuesday at 4,
Yeah,
and
at
then
4,
just
yes.
before there was a car show or something that used to
Yeah,
always play right
motoring
And-
TV,
And
Motoring,
that's where we got the famous quote: "Brett screwed Brett."
well, Vince McMahon off the
Yeah.
record.
off
Yeah,
the record.
yeah. Michael
gotta try
Landsberg
to
had
find
some
those
pretty good
again.
interviews there with some
Yeah.
wrestlers there.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to him? He just kind of
He's still on social media. I follow him on Twitter, but
Oh.
he has no more shows or nothing. I think he does. He's a activist for mental health, so a lot around. I think he still works for Bell,
Okay.
through their mental health philanthropy. So
Bell, let's
Well,
talk.
he-
Whole
because he was there. He was on for like long.
oh
He
yeah,
was long for yeah.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
like after I stopped watching, yeah. Like for a while, he was still there doing stuff. So
yeah.
Okay, back to business.
All
well,
right,
I mean,
so,
guys, look, no, we don't have to totally recap
No.
everything because I feel like
No.
it takes too fucking long, and a lot of it is shit. So, what was your takeaways from SmackDown? Just kind of the things you remember that you enjoyed.
Well, you have to.
Just
I don't
what
remember
you,
it. I don't
top of your head,
remember.
Well,
because you didn't watch.
No, I
the
did.
cage,
Hey,
the cage
hey,
match
hey.
was cool. The cage match was cool.
The cage
Yeah.
match.
So,
So
Jesus
Sami
Christ.
Zayn against Drew
Sami
McIntyre.
Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. No, apparently you didn't miss this.
no.
So you then nothing was cool then for you.
I don't think I don't think I watched this episode then.
Jesus Christ.
Because it was the end. We didn't get shockingly. We didn't get a Sami Zayn a runaway type of thing. They actually had a match and they had some pretty good spots. That suplex off the top of the cage was nice. From Drew McIntyre, they gave the suplex to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I guess. And now, where does this storyline go? Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre, because now obviously we see what when we get to Raw, we'll talk about it. But definitely now is no
Well,
longer
I mean,
a unification.
you can, but it is. It's no longer a unification.
Nope, it's no longer
No.
unification.
No.
It's a trios match.
It's a trios match. Yes.
Oh,
Aha.
right. No. So that I knew, but I thought it was still for like the. Oh, I think we were discussing that, or I was saying we should make it just all for the titles, kind of thing. Since
Oh
you
yes,
have
yes.
the
Yes,
Street Profits
now
and-
now I remember because I wrote a comment on that about that. Yes.
Oh,
So
so
it's
we
kind of
could
like Drew McIntyre now. Now they're pushing him. What we've been saying for months is probably the face that was going to face Roman Reigns next.
Mhm.
But where does that
And-
leave Sami Zayn? And what happened the last 3 weeks? I don't understand.
And also it's because the WWE does not want Roman's next challenger, well, next match for title, not to be in a regular arena.
They want it in the stadium.
They want it in a stadium. The next stadium is in UK. So there you
It's
go.
UK or in
It's in the UK.
at Cardiff Stadium in Scotland, right?
Well, Wales.
Wales. That's right. Wales. That's right.
Punjab.
Yeah. Isn't oh no, Drew McIntyre is Welsh or Scottish? Scottish, right?
Scottish.
Okay, but he'd still could probably be pretty over
Yeah.
in Wales,
Right.
in a stadium like that.
So that's gonna be your new champion.
They could do it if it's not a unified championship.
Yeah,
like I
if
said,
it's one
it
of the two
takes
titles,
one
yeah.
of the titles, then that's no problem. Do it. Hey, you're the champion at Castle of Wales or whatever the fuck the thing is called, Wrestling in the Castle or whatever. I
Mhm.
don't know what the pay-per-view's called.
There's definitely castles in it.
Castle's in it. Castle's in it. I can tell you that much is certain.
No, I see him winning both of them, and keep it until SummerSlam and Brock comes back.
But then what do you do with Roman in the meantime?
Roman takes
I
another
feel like-
break. He has to take a break. He has been wrestling for how long?
Well, that means you won't have a champion on TV for
No, you'll have
weeks.
Drew. You'll have
Drew.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
No.
contradicting. Okay,
No,
you
no.
agree that,
I'm saying he beats Roman in
and
Wales.
then Roman disappears for a bit.
Takes
until-
another break.
Okay.
He keeps it till August, which is SummerSlam.
And you have Cody beat Drew for
Or
that.
or you have Brock, one of the other. Or most likely it's gonna be Cody. And then
and that would make it enough time for that Cody win. I just feel after Cody wins that title,
that's
one's
when
gonna
we
care
get
about
the Eagle title back.
you.
Yeah, that picture from Sports Skeeta was pretty cool, man.
That was cool,
That's
but I
that's
doubt
a
it.
title.
That
like
is a
I said,
title, but I doubt it.
That a W toy thing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
I don't
remember
know.
I used to have those back. In
He's
the
done
day.
it. He's done it with the Intercontinental belt, bringing back the white one. So it's a possibility.
True.
It's either he brings that or he brings the big gold back. It's one of the two.
Nah, I don't think Vince McMahon wants to see that belt ever again.
No, that's it. He's like, I
That's
bought
the
these
other one.
fuckers. These.
It's too associated with NWA, WCW, and
So he
Yeah.
brings the
Eagle. The Eagle, I definitely think is a strong possibility. Yeah,
Oh.
I think, and if it's good for Cody's gimmick or storyline, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it in WWE, the whole pro
That-
wrestling thing,
That'll be my only reason for him to win it.
for him to bring back that belt.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Fucking
Maybe
hot.
not. maybe not. For SmackDown, I guess was the strong point was the steel cage match.
Which was the first thing on the show.
Yeah, which was the first thing on the show.
Maybe that's why I don't remember it.
Other than that, there's not
Congratulations.
really.
Another episode of SmackDown, which was pre-taped in Albany, New York last week. Oh, it was pre-taped? Ronda Rousey on the Beat the Clock I Quit challenge was stupid.
Yeah, I fast forward all that. That was boring.
Reigns makes a desperate power move. McIntyre enters the fray, and tag team titles continue to shine. Okay, what else? Roman Reigns flanked by Paul Heyman. Reigns distracted RK-Bro long enough for the Usos to blindside the Raw Tag Team Champions. Reigns tore up the contract, stuffing the remains into Riddle's mouth. Hence is why we're gonna get a 3-on-3.
See, but that's the thing. They had something going for that title match.
Yeah.
And with one little switch, do we really care now? No, we don't.
Well, I mean, at the
Well,
same time, I'm just
You
happy
care a
for,
bit.
Yeah,
You care a bit for Drew, I guess, being now back in the main event picture.
title picture. Yeah.
I don't know, and I guess they want to ride the wave a bit more of the RK Bro. They don't want to take the belts away from them right away, I guess.
And and I also read talking about Drew. If that story with Drew did not work, the other plan was for Suzuki Nakamura. Sorry, I don't know why I said
Nakamura,
Yeah.
Shinsuke.
Yeah,
That would have been fire. I just don't know how.
Because
remember-
wasn't I have a feeling that wasn't that the plan?
Yeah,
Didn't
that was the
Nakamura
plan.
come and interfere in something?
yeah,
They just threw that in the garbage, right?
yeah. They just threw it.
I-
I read. I
They
read,
didn't
an
even
article,
mention it. They didn't even mention it on the following.
I read an article that they have that plan in the back pocket if the Drew didn't work. Like, let's bring it back up. Remember this?
Yeah, because the WWE have a tendency of just throwing storylines in the garbage without
Yeah.
finalizing them or having closure or something. But whatever. Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing. Oh yes, Ronda Rousey, Shotzi Blackheart. I guess the return of Shotzi Blackheart.
They're killing Shortsy.
But she hadn't been around for months, and now she
That's
comes
it.
back
I
and
thought
she
was
gets
fired. She gets beaten. Rousey.
Yeah.
So Rousey and Flair lost to Aaliyah for her match, and so
battle
now
to
the
a no
match is-
contest. Yeah.
well, no, because she lost it at Within 141, as a consequence, Rousey won the Beat the Clock challenge, and a Raid Flair attacked guest timekeeper Drew Gulak after the match. Poor Drew
Okay.
Gulak. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I mean, Ricochet at least was able to beat Shanky. That's always fun. If Shanky would have beaten Ricochet, I would have been pissed.
Oh yeah.
Well, I would be
Naomi
more
defeating Shayna Baszler was a bit fucked though for me.
because
I guess
Baszler's
that's
not
to
going
build up-
nowhere,
that's-
bro.
That's to build up the tag team match, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Because
but
Naomi,
fuck?
Naomi, and whoa, I forgot. I got a blank on the boss.
Sasha Banks, bro.
Sasha
one
Banks,
fucking
sorry.
job.
Naomi and Sasha Banks are champions. Are going to face Natalia and Baszler, right? So that's the match they're
You
building
don't,
there.
but I don't believe you beating Shayna. I don't care. Like
Yeah, I know.
I'm an advocate for Naomi. Naomi does
Shayna-
deserve better, but Naomi does not deserve better enough to beat Shayna Baszler.
Shayna is not going nowhere.
She's supposed to be a
Shayna-
destructive machine, yeah. So
Shayna is going to be in the pile in the below.
The fuck are you talking about?
she's going to be at the bottom of the pile of papers.
Yes, very soon. I won't be.
Priorities in the list of priorities. Here we
I
go.
won't be surprised if she gets released very soon.
I don't think so.
Shayna?
No, she's not going
Mm.
anywhere. She's not going
Mm.
anywhere.
Hmm.
No, no,
Mm.
no.
Mhm.
You need some sleep, bud.
He's not going to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
the same
because-
mistake he did with Shafir.
Yeah, no, he'd be stupid to get rid of Shayna. No way. And there's money. I hope he sees that there's money between Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler.
He don't see nothing.
He has to. He has to though. Like
The guy built a
don't see
billion-dollar
nothing.
company. He doesn't see
company.
nothing.
Well, I mean,
we
you
might
know.
not agree with him, but in most
Mm-mm.
things, and probably most of the time, we're right. But he does see some stuff.
You can see some stuff that works.
You're not gonna
This
see
guy.
it.
This guy thought of Taboo Tuesday before like internet activity was a thing. It didn't work that well.
Okay, yes,
but it
I
was a neat
understand.
idea.
I understand that,
Probably 5
Hey.
years later would have worked.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
especially now.
your dream match is not gonna happen. She's never gonna win a world title. And
Oh, I don't necessarily want her to win a world title. I don't think that's happening, but I would.
she's never gonna
I
have
do-
that big push. That big push that you want that to happen, it's not gonna happen.
Well, I know it's not going to happen because she has no charisma.
Then,
Yeah,
so why are we talking about this?
Because Shayna Baszler is still awesome and she still
But I-
deserves a lot better. And she
Yes,
does at least
okay.
deserve, I don't know, like some other championship. Like she could be the women's champion though.
No,
I
she
see her being one
could.
of the women's champion.
Who?
She could definitely be a heel women's champion. She
She
can't
could
be a
be a
face
heel
because
women's
her lack of charisma and promo skills won't work as a face. But as a heel, she can be a champion.
I don't
Give
see
me
it happening.
Shayna versus Asuka, bro. Like live. Let's do it. Dude,
but
I don't,
like,
s- I don't see
To
it
Vince,
happening.
McMahon, to Vince McMahon's defense, about Vince McMahon
You're
is old school.
defending him,
Is an old school promoter, and he believes in money draws.
Right.
Okay.
And I refuse to believe he doesn't think or he doesn't see Ronda versus Shayna as a big money draw.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, there's breaking news. JLB took off his toque. That's a first.
that's a first.
We actually see his hair.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. Goddamn.
So
That's your
I don't
story.
see how he not see that as big money draw.
That's it. MMA versus
You'll have
MMA
interest
fighter.
exactly. You'll have interest from the MMA community, from the wrestling
But
community.
wasn't there like a big thing about the 4 horsemen of NXT versus the 4 horsemen of UFC?
Yes.
Yeah, but they released the other two.
They
The other two
released
women.
the other two women. So that went down the garbage. Because they were talking about it, right? They even did a few promos where they went like
Yes.
this and all
And
that.
everyone wanted it to happen at Survivor Series. There was a money draw, and nothing happened.
Vince didn't take it. So
So-
your defense.
Well,
for Vince
because
can't get it right
I
all
don't
the
know.
time. Man. Can't get it right
it's
all
because you can't if you can't put those 4 wrestlers, the 4 horsewomen of wrestling, together, because you want them fighting each other for years to come. So
They've done it
Let-
before.
all 4 of them as
No,
a heel at the same time. None of them
I'm-
have all 4 been heels or
No,
faces
I'm
at
not.
the same time.
I'm not saying those 4, but in the past it has happened with 4 popular superstars.
But that's when you had enough superstars to fill up the show with. Now they can't even afford to do that because if you have those 4 women be on the same team, what the hell else are you gonna do?
But it's a one night thing.
It's not a one night thing though. You have to
No, you
make
have
it
to
at
build
least
it
a
up.
month, 2 months.
Okay, you
thing.
build it up for like the pay-per-view Survivor Series, and you split after, like everything else.
I'm not saying they couldn't come up with
Work
a
with me,
storyline to make it
Costa.
to make it happen. I'm just saying, money wise, it would take away too much opportunity, not opportunities, but match
Quality?
opportunities.
Okay.
No, match opportunities for the writers to write every TV show while you're building up that 2 months that you're building up this match.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with them?
Mhm.
But
They have nobody to fight.
okay, but
That's
crazy. They already have done it. They prepared a match for a year. Remember Cena and The Rock for a whole year?
Yeah.
Well,
But that's different. The Rock was
How-
literally only there to do that.
He was
one
there for
little
Survivor
thing,
Series, a few Raws,
then-
and then
Okay.
WrestleMania,
and then that's it.
and Royal Rumble. Yeah.
These
So-
people are going to be on TV every week.
And plus, you had John Cena could have matches every week with anybody because John Cena was
matter.
your top star, and anybody can fight John Cena. If you have, let's say, for example, you have Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, and Bailey, all faces, baby faces.
mhm.
How are you going to build storylines week in and week out and integrate these four as baby faces into your storylines?
Well, aren't the other four heels then?
Well, yeah, you would have to. Those other four women, well, basically the other two, that Marina Shafir and whoever the other one is, that nobody knows who they are, wouldn't people would turn off? You'd have a Marina Shafir versus Sasha Banks. Who wants to see that?
Okay, but that wasn't that. That was when they were still
I
in
might wanna
NXT,
see
right?
that.
Well, you would want to see it because Sasha Banks is great, and she would probably make a
But-
great match out of that.
But this
But
is
I mean,
when this is
For the
when
casual fan, nobody would care about that. Like for us that are hardcore fans. but-
I understand, but this is when the Charlotte and all that were in NXT still, right?
Well, I think they just had started. No, they just had started on the main roster.
On the main
When-
roster, then they
Yeah,
made
they
the
just
whole
had
four
started
was-
on the main roster.
'Cause
Shayna was
it's the
still
four
in
women-
NXT.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
four women that got
Yes.
to the main roster.
That's
Okay.
when the
That's why
women
they're
the
Because
women
they came in the same class together.
the
essentially.
women
yeah.
the women
Just like
Revolution-
Ember
yeah, okay.
Moon. What was the Ember Moon? Bianca Belair. Who was it? No, it was Bianca Belair. There's also a four team there
Mhm.
too, or
Mhm.
3 team. It's Bianca Belair. I think it's Ember Moon, and
I want to say
I don't
Asuka, but
remember.
it's not Asuka.
it's not Asuka. But yeah, I don't recall the names. But yeah, so that's just it. That's the whole reason why they built that up. But guys, we're wasting too much time. SmackDown cage match. And
We're having a healthy debate.
Yeah, so
That's
so
fine.
so SmackDown, yeah, SmackDown was that. It finished with Ronda's match against
That's
and the Charlotte Flair there, the no contest, the beat the clock challenge.
and so they're obviously fighting at the pay per view this Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's what Charlotte and
Is this Sunday?
Yeah.
yep.
On
This
Mother's
Sunday,
Day?
Mother's Day, yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Vince just likes to fuck everybody over.
Yeah. that's
Well, I'm
Vince
home.
likes to-
I'm home.
I guess we can move on to Raw. When what do you
Rampage.
guys? Well, yes, if you want to go to AEW, yes, Rampage.
Go for it, guys.
Rampage. I missed pretty much almost all of Rampage, but from the matches that was there, like the Samoa Joe Trent Beretta, I'm sure was a great match.
It's fire.
So
that was a really good match.
if somebody can enlighten me and if it was a good match or not.
I mean, me saying it's fired, but no, I mean it was a lot of back and forth. Joe looked strong, but so did
Thank you.
Trent Beretta at some points. And yeah, it was kind of obviously Joe is going to get the win, but it
Yeah.
did make Trent Beretta look still pretty strong in the match, and really excited to see more singles matches with this guy. And I like how the commentating team is really on him with being like, oh, you know, he's a really talented wrestler. I think. Was it CM Punk who was on commentary? No, I don't think it was CM Punk.
Ricky Starks or Chris Jericho.
Or maybe Chris Jericho.
Hmm.
Just constant applauding his work
Um,
ethic and technique, and it was a fun match. It was a really good
Ta-
match.
talking
Good
about
way
Chris
to start
Jericho.
It was for the title, right? For the ROH World TV Championship,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Okay.
Talking about Chris Jericho. Why is he the wizard now?
because it's Chris Jericho. You can be whatever he wants to be.
Okay, I thought I missed
Right.
something there.
Because he's a sports entertainer, remember? So he's adding
Mm.
a gimmick to his thing. He's the
Well,
wizard.
because
Ah.
because
Come
of
on, bro.
the
Come
right
on.
Oh,
Because
no,
it's
I thought
Fireball.
he did. I thought he did something. Oh, the
The
fireball.
the
fireball.
fireball, so that makes him a
Oh,
wizard,
okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Harry Potter. Got it.
Fireball. Do, do,
Um,
do, do, do.
and I
Fireball.
also see here on the recap on the summary of Rampage that there was finally Hook versus Danhausen. How was that? Since you being a Danhausen fan,
It didn't happen. So two
Oh.
people. So it looks like they might go the tag route with them though, which might be
Oh.
pretty fun. Because
together.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
interesting. That's
basically
entertaining.
It was a confrontation. It wasn't a match. He basically comes out. Then Hasn't comes out. He's like, "All right, send Hook out." And then the Hook comes out, and he gets in the ring. He's like, "Oh, I think I preferred it when you weren't in the ring." And then someone comes out to interfere or something.
Hmm.
And then Hook
That's
helps
good.
Danhausen, and Danhausen helps Hook. So
Oh.
then Danhausen wanted to shake his hand, and Hook grabs his hand, and then he like kind of says like "screw you" kind of thing, and he gets out of the ring. So I think they're playing this odd couple thing,
Okay,
which is going to be really fun. Yeah,
because they're both faces and they're both really over with the fans. So
Yeah.
yeah. So why not?
so
Yeah.
why not? Okay, that's I guess that's an interesting route, and I guess it intrigues us to see what's next for these two in storyline capacity.
Yeah.
What about the Owen Hart? I'm getting all my scoops here from JLB. What about the Owen Hart Foundation match? Swerve against Darby. How was that? I don't know.
Swerve, it was, yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of maybe it was. I think that it was the main event, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It would make sense that was the main event.
I believe
That was
so.
the main event. Wait a minute. When was
Or was it the baddies? Or was it Jade Cargill and the baddies versus?
No, that was the fucking main event. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, it's great that they're doing something with her. She's got her own faction. I just don't care still. I don't know why.
Goldberg
you know,
2.0.
Not even
At least
'cause she talks more
in
than
Tony
Goldberg.
Khan's opinion, but like I've bashed Jade Cargill. I know she's getting better. She's even getting better on the mic, and her so it seems like she's working at it. So, but I don't know if this. I think she that mystique of being alone and
This
just
is not
destroying
her
everybody
though.
is better. Yeah, exactly.
This is not her. This is not her fault though. It's just AEW's fault for sucking with women's storylines.
They really have a hard time.
The only one I really remember ever really being decent was like Britt Baker versus Red Velvet, and then Britt Baker versus
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
Yeah,
that's kind of the only ones I recall being halfway decent there. But yeah, the Swerve and Darby match, that was just complete fun. Like you have to definitely check it out. Because honestly, the fans fucking are into Swerve so much now. Before
Swerve's house.
like the fans
That's
fucking
right.
love it now. They eat it up like it's chocolate chip cookies on a Friday night. You know what I mean? It's good. They're there. So yeah. And so Darby beat Swerve because Jay Lethal, I think it's Jay Lethal. Would it be Jay Lethal? I think it was Jay Lethal kind of interfered and Darby took the win.
Okay.
But he didn't really know, so it was kind of thing. And then they had decided that they did like what do you call it? They did like a segment backstage, and he says, "Listen, if you want another match, we can go again." And he's like, "No, listen, you know what? I got people to handle. Me and Keith Lee got to handle some business." And then he's like, "I'm here if anything." Da da da. So Darby wins with that, but it was a fun match. It was a fun match, and the interference, I guess, wasn't too bad. You know.
So I guess we're going with the Swerve Keith Lee against Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, right? That's what they're going.
That's what it looks like is happening. I wish they would do maybe a little bit more time with Hobbs and Keith Lee on TV to give me more of a feud. The last thing I remember with Keith Lee is when he got blindsided in the locker room. which
Yep.
might have been the only thing we saw after that. But yeah, you're just taking a little too much time. I need Keith Lee more on TV, and for fuck's sake, show Hobbs. Don't just show him behind the commentator booth when Ricky Starks is
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like they don't know what to do with him, especially on Rampage. Like when Ricky Starks is there, and then they'll all of a sudden he'll be promoting or building up for a fight that's coming up, and then the big man behind them just standing there. Like,
just standing there.
have you been there the whole time? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
yeah, so that was, I guess, with the big main event that you mentioned. I guess that's where Rampage still has to, I guess, tweak a bit, because they usually
But-
started off on fire all the time with a great
Yeah.
first match, but they've dropped the ball with main events since
Well,
it's.
I mean, at the same time, though, I think maybe that's kind of their goal. Their goal is to kind of just showcase everything. And they know that people will, and I think they want to put the best match first, almost
Okay.
sort of ordeal. Because that way they know people will tune in and the match starts right away, right? So there's no bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no this, that,
No entrance
that,
music,
WWE
no, yeah.
vignettes, no entrance music. They're in the ring. Let's go. So people will look in and be like, "Oh my god, that's fire!" And then let me see what the next match is. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And then you have the shitty match at the end, and then they'll just shut it off, like whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe some will like it and some will stay. So I think that's kind of their technique. Other times though, they just have a pure fire Rampage too. So I don't know. It's just kind of, hit or miss. It depends how much storytelling was done over the weeks and all that, and so on and so forth. So
It just feels that hour is not enough. They just try to cramp everything, and sometimes they have a hard.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they have a hard time
kind of
maybe
the-
pacing it or the right way, or how they're gonna fit it in. Because these matches are okay. You guys go for 7 minutes, and you literally have to go for 7 minutes. Because if you go for 9, you just fucked up everything.
Mhm.
right.
So, in an hour, especially when it comes to for a 1 hour show, that's even more important to not go over. So sometimes, I guess you want those big matches off first. So if they do go that big match, okay, I understand now. Thinking out loud, maybe because by the time the main event comes, and some guys went over a bit, and then you have a shorter time to prospect your main
Oh,
event
shit.
talent.
Rampage
makes
actually started with Swerve and Ellen.
Oh,
So
it
that
started with
was-
Swerve and Allen. I thought it
it
would have started with
started-
Samoa Joe. Yeah.
No. That's it. Jade Card Girl. No, I think Samoa Joe was actually the ending.
Let me see. I have it here.
Hold on. Keith Lee.
Yeah. Here's
Oh, yes.
Darby.
Keith Lee versus Gunn. But I mean, it was just a shit show. Keith Lee just dominated. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, that was always going to be a squash. Yeah.
Samoa Joe and Trent was the main event because that was for the ROH TV title, right? So
You sure? Because here I'm reading on the lineup here. It says it started off with Darby versus Swerve, then it went to the Samoa Joe Beretta match, then in the middle the match no one cares about, Colton Gunn against Keith Lee, and then you had the segment with Hook and Danhausen face off, and then it finished with the baddies versus.
okay. Well, then the
the-
Bleacher Report is screwing me over. Okay,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what to tell you.
I have a question for you guys when you're done talking about this.
It could be my source too. That's fucking up. So it doesn't really. So go along, ask your
Yes.
question.
What's your question? I mean, you didn't raise your hand, but there you go. Yes, Big Red.
Did you watch the promo of Thunder Rosa on Dynamite?
Yesterday? Yeah,
Yeah.
with Serena D, right?
Is it me or she's boring as fuck?
Who?
Rosa, in promo wise.
Yeah, I mean, look.
'Cause I can't, like, I was listening to it. I'm like, this is not doing nothing for me.
Maybe just.
I
don't
think
like
she has
Canada.
charisma. She just needs to maybe have help to put her. The
'Cause I
words
love her
together.
matches. I love her matches. I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
watch her. I could watch her 24/7.
Oh, yeah, that we all agree on. And
That's
even when
her.
she's talking, she seems like she has charisma. It's just that she has a hard time telling what she wants to say and put it together in a way that's not gonna be boring.
Yeah,
I think that's maybe what she needs to work on.
Yeah, she's kind of just talking out loud like that. Maybe she has little notes that she likes, but she definitely needs someone to help her out. Maybe just with trying to convey it in a more interesting way. That's all.
Mhm.
I get it. I like it. When Serena Deeb came out, though, Serena Deeb is good at that.
Yeah.
She did that really well, so she made that a little bit more
It's
interesting.
gonna be a very technical
That should be a
match.
fun match. Yeah, that
Oh,
should
yeah.
be a very fun match. And I don't know where the hell Britt Baker is because she's not showing up.
She's
No,
in the she's in the Owen Hart tournament.
yeah. So they're concentrating on that now for now.
Oh, I
For her.
totally forgot the women. Yeah, it's true. Okay.
That's
Do we
I
know the
think that
bracket for the women's yet or no?
No, we don't know
s-
the. I think there's still some qualifier
no.
matches.
There's Ruby's fighting against Britt
Yeah, and Jamie Hayter's fighting
Storm.
the other one, Storm, Tony Storm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's also Red Velvet, which I don't know who she's fighting.
I also saw that. Yeah. I don't know if they're
care enough
qualifiers or they're actually the beginning of the tournament.
I think
That's-
the
That's
Oh no,
one thing
because
they
Britt
stuck
already
to
had her.
doing.
I
Yeah.
think Britt. Yes, you're right. Britt already had her qualifier, so it's
and
a pretty good match. That's right.
and the TBS champion is in it, I believe.
Jade is in the. Is in
I
the
believe
tournament
so.
also?
Yes, because I remember that promo that the Britt did in Pittsburgh, and she was talking about her.
About Jade.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
Yeah,
no, because I
but-
think that's what she talked about going after the TBS title. Because I think what she was trying to convey was that Jade Cargill.
that's it, Jay. I was gonna do the same thing right now. No,
I had to fucking do a recap, but none of you know what the fuck you're talking about.
but you wouldn't. I wouldn't put Britt for the TBS if she's really like. She was really a champion, like the world champion.
I mean, it's a tournament, anyways, though, right? If you win the tournament, what do you get?
The Owen Cup.
Just the Owen Cup, right? You don't get a title
Yeah.
shot or anything
Talking
like
about Owen Hart, well, JBL is looking for that.
that. JLB, motherfucker.
JLB, sorry, JBL,
Mhm.
sorry. Owen's gonna be in the video game, guys.
Yeah, in AEW's wrestling
Fight-
video game.
Fight forever.
Fight Forever is apparently what it's going to be called, and it's supposed to maybe be released in September, but
I
not
doubt it.
totally guaranteed. Well, they have been working on it for 2 years already, so son of a bitch.
I'm not excited for his. I'm just excited for his action figure.
Yeah, for sure. I
That's-
bet you
that's-
would be.
that's
But
gonna
they're
sell
gonna probably do a
hotcakes.
whole. Yeah, they're gonna do a whole thing. Him being in a wrestling video game is pretty dope. The last wrestling video game he was in the Legends of Wrestling video game, which no
Cool.
one even cared about. So,
That's PlayStation 2.
oh no, that's 2002. So that would have been PlayStation 2.
What company was that from?
A shitty company doesn't.
No,
know how to make video
not
games.
not the game company. I mean, who put out that game? WWE?
Mhm.
No, right? Because
No,
It was,
it was just a Legends of Wrestling thing. It wasn't a WWE game.
okay,
yeah, there was like Sting and it was all people from
Just
different
Legends
promotions.
kind of thing.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
Because I never heard about
Yeah.
this game. That's why I
Because
was asking.
WWF was doing WWF was probably still doing
Raw
SmackDown
Zone.
versus Raw.
Yeah,
I don't know, SmackDown versus
Warzone.
Raw. No, Warzone was like 96, bro.
No,
I'm
because
glad.
there's WrestleMania 2000 was the last of the
Yes.
the
THQ.
gameplay. Yeah, the THQ games. So then
No.
after they moved up,
No Mercy.
no.
No Mercy.
No,
Oh, No
Yes.
Mercy. That's right. No Mercy. Yes.
Yeah, so
And that was
around that time.
2001. So 2002 probably is when they came the first, not the where
SmackDown.
they changed it to yes. That's right. That's
Kevin
right,
balanced his own ball.
I'd be stupid. Fuck you. No.
Imagine the glass breaks. Pump, 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 pump.
Oh, damn it. That's it. All right. Cue in the Austin music. Yes. All right. So Raw.
So Raw opens up with the bloodline. Basically,
I
what?
didn't watch Raw.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do a recap show for then? Guys, you all ready for a recap? We're gonna fill you in on everything. But
Well,
I
you
don't
guys are there.
watch.
I watched.
Apparently not.
Roman is.
Not.
It's crazy how Roman is over, man.
Dude,
As a
and that
heel.
whole photo op of them just raising all of the titles together, I was like, that's just epic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know they always do that there, but just seeing that again, and then like with the lights this time, all kind of out,
Mhm.
and it shined. It's crazy. But RK Bro came to interfere. and then
That was a
after
nice
threw
double,
that entire
double
RKO.
RKO there. Yeah.
That was dope. That was a good time.
So going down quickly, then there was the Kevin Owens trios match.
Oh, hold
with
on. First
Alpha
of all,
Academy.
fire. I think KO's good with anybody. So I don't think it's necessarily just because it's good chemistry, but KO and Gable, that's such a good
Yeah.
time.
Shush!
Shush. Yeah, he says shush, because he's a liar and he's
Yeah.
Elias. And it's great.
Yeah, it's
KO's
good. It's good when he's giving Street Profits shit for
Yeah.
for stop. What are you doing this? What are you doing this? That's not Ezekiel. It's Elias. Yeah, KO always.
You might
always
have these
turns,
idiots fooled. Oh, he's just so good.
he turns anything into gold. So
he does.
yeah. So we'll never be disappointed with KO.
I don't know why they created that narrative of KO being so pissed when he won. When he helped when he tripped Ezekiel and Gable got the win. Lovely schoolboy, but by the way, that was a nice pin. That was a nice attempt for a pin. But like KO just seems so angry, and I was like, why wouldn't you be like cocky, smirking, or whatever? He was just pissed. So I wonder what they were trying to tell with that there.
Yeah, I guess maybe we'll find out probably next
Probably
week.
it's going to be KO Ezekiel, maybe for a thing. No.
Oh, I think
Maybe they'll
so.
do that. Yeah. Hasn't been announced, but
Rob reminded me of how good Ezekiel is in the ring. He can go, man. He's athletic.
Enzo? Not Enzo.
Ezekiel, well, Elias there before, yes.
Elias, that's it. Okay.
He's those drop kicks are to perfection. He's very athletic and agile. Pulls off some good moves. Has good technicality.
Yeah. You know what though? It's also we do get to see a lot more of it because before he used to wrestle in jeans.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
I was
we
about
couldn't
to
really
say that.
see a lot of that, and now he's got the whole warrior look going on. He has a lot more stuff he can do.
I still think there's a lot to work on in that character because Ezekiel is nowhere over as Elias was. So
no. Well,
no.
I mean, the only reason why Elias was over is because he had that little slogan. That's all that was. What does
Walk with
WWE
Elias?
stand for? Walk with Elias.
But at that point, there was also that point where we would play the music, we would play the songs, and he would have a lot of heat from the crowd.
Yeah.
That was a good back and forth also. And now it's a bit harder. I don't know. He looks weird without a beard.
Yeah, he really does. He really does.
It was like seeing Big Red without a beard. You know, it's like
You don't want to see that.
whoa.
We gotta see that.
I don't even want to see myself. My wife told me never ever shave again.
So if she gets you mad,
That's what you do.
That's what you do. There you go.
No, I don't even want to see myself.
It's okay. You don't have to look at yourself in the mirror. Just make sure you don't watch the TV with lights on, and you won't see the reflection.
Bro, you don't want to see that, man. I'm telling you.
I don't want to see it.
It's like Beetlejuice. You don't want to see that.
It's the Big Red Witch Project. You have it with the with the light with the flashlight underneath there with no beard. Very very scary, but
very scary.
I'm over Veer in these squash matches with
with
the local talent, please.
Just done.
Get over it. And
it
even had an interview with the kid, bro.
The kid. That was cool. That was cool, though. At least, you know,
I
I'm
guess.
like, oh, I wonder how. And he spoke pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Smith and Ronda Rousey.
Yes,
You know,
definitely. It was
That
kind of
cool.
yeah. Now he's gonna get his 15 minutes of fame in Greensboro, North Carolina. So good for him. But I'm over these squash matches. This is get him into a storyline with somebody, and you don't have to have him in a match right away, but like get him into a storyline.
I don't think they know what they're gonna do with him, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the thing.
he has been on his way to Raw for like 6 months. So, and now he's actually there, and they still don't know what to do with him. So, that's 6 months to prepare. That's 6 months of him on main event to prepare, and they couldn't even do that right.
Come up with anything. So I don't know. I think his coming to Raw is going to be longer than him actually being on Raw. I don't think they're gonna know what to do with him.
I think so too. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
There's no racking. Okay.
Okay, AJ Priest. I guess the only thing we need to mention is that Priest will be banned from ringside for the Sunday for the leader of the Judgment Day faction.
Right.
Well,
That's it.
is that what they're
Still is
called?
the name. It's
Yeah.
Judgment Day. Yeah. If you would have
I
watched
said it.
Raw, you would.
I said it last week, and they made they introduced them as
Judgment
Judgment
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
They introduced them as Judgment Day.
I love Edge's music though. I think Edge's
Yeah, the new one,
song is great.
Are we gonna see the Judgment Day pay-per-view come back?
I mean, you never know. WWE does whatever the hell they want. It looks
If
like.
Edge ever goes for a title again,
Yeah,
it will be on a pay-per-view called Judgment Day.
for sure.
Hell in a Cell.
I
Okay.
can see WWE doing that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
Seth and Cody promo. Can we get the second match? I'm really like I don't know if my expectations for the promos were too high.
Well, Seth
But
wins.
I'm
We all know
kind of disappointed a bit in the promos. A bit.
Oh, do tell me.
I don't know. I don't know if their hands are tied.
Why? What was so wrong with this promo?
No. It's not that anything is wrong. It's just I don't know. There's missing something that I usually get from Cody in promos that I'm not getting right now. Like I got it on the first week, but then that was over right away. And now it's like hard to get me again.
I don't think he was doing the crying as well.
Is it because it's scripted?
Could it be? That's why I said, could it be because their hands are tied? But Seth is good. I don't know. It's just it's not
because
Seth
is a good
Done
actor.
with Cody, bro. We're already done with Cody. That's what it is. You're already fed up of this Cody bullshit. Just I don't want to see Cody promos. I really don't. I think he's full of shit when he talks. I don't believe in anything. This would only work if he was a heel. Just make him wrestle. I respect him in the ring. I don't mind. I don't want to see this ass hat on the mic. I'm sorry, Big Red. You can go.
I just want him to win the title, lose the title, and leave. That's what and out by.
But you see what I mean, though? That's not good. I don't know. I think that's all Cody maybe wants to, but
I want him. I wouldn't be surprised. But I want Cody. If they went to go get Cody in WWE, I want this shit to work. I want this shit to work.
That's the thing.
I want MJF to come later on. So
did they get Cody or did Cody come back? There's a difference,
brother. That's semantics there.
Yeah, that's fucking semantics galore. Jesus. Semantics 101.
Which intro is your favorite? Who has the worst? I love how she just asks a question.
And I'll tell you right away, my favorite intro right now is "There's more than one royal family in wrestling."
Okay, bye.
Kingdom is
really?
Kingdom is my favorite intro.
What intro is she talking about?
I think she means entrance music. I think
entrance.
Does she? Okay.
So the best intro and the worst intro, I guess that would be for entrance team music. I guess entrance music.
Theme music. Oh, entrance. Okay, well, she could have meant intro as in Raw or SmackDown or. She's not a big wrestling fan per se, so it could be probably entrance music. That makes sense. That's a good question. What is your best entrance music, guys?
Well, the entrance. That's right. She clarified.
Okay.
Whoa,
so right now, of all time, obviously it's The Rock. But right now, it's Kingdom.
Which Rock?
When I hear the original. If you smell what The Rock is cooking,
That's not the original. The original is, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Rock says.
Okay.
The Rock says, no, you're rolled. If you smell was after that, technically.
Okay, so then it was that's the one.
So the attitude.
Not The Rock says. I didn't like that one. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's my favorite of all time. But right now, Kingdom is my favorite one right now. That song gives
Adrenaline in my soul. That one?
No, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, adrenaline in my soul. No, isn't that the one?
I don't know the lyrics.
Well, by heart, no, but I'm not gonna sing it.
Karaoke night on Wrestling Talk Now.
But yeah, that one for now is my favorite one. I guess that would be the one I really pop when I hear. The worst, I don't know. I don't know which one would be the worst. I guess there's so many that are really bad
Really
that
bad.
I can't pick one.
Well, the worst for me, I could tell you, in my opinion, it's Dark Order. That
How does it even go?
Uh,
That
yeah, I don't think you can. Honestly, I think AEW has pretty shit music though. No
no,
offense to
I
Ruckus.
love my favorite is Adam Cole's intro.
I preferred Undisputed Era than this one,
Yes,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
but right now it's that.
Adam Cole's okay. I like Sting's too.
Yeah, Sting's is good.
Sting is cool too. Red Dragon, I think, is the one that I heard
Oh,
recently
I
that
cannot
that I didn't
stand
like.
that.
Yeah, I think Red
Yeah.
Dragon would have to be
Yeah,
the.
Red Dragon. Yeah, I think
Now I just remembered. I think I heard it. I don't know if it was this week or last week, and then I'm
Bobby
like, oh,
Fish.
this is not good.
Yeah,
This is not good. This is not good.
I take
So
my
I guess-
Dark Order back and I put Red Dragon because that's horrible. That's just
What's your favorite, JLB?
I don't know, man. I kind of really like Brock's music. I think
Yeah.
Brock
Yeah,
Lesnar
Brock's
for
music
me
is good.
is really, obviously,
Yeah.
you know, John Cena is fucking stupid catchy and will always be in my head.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a
you can go anywhere. If you're by a wrestling fan and you just randomly go and then obviously the other person will just go and
there's
do
one
it,
of my
you know?
coworkers. That's his ringtone
Oh,
Which one?
Jesus Christ.
of John Cena.
John Cena.
Oh, tan, 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 tan.
Do you know what it is to hear that at 4:30 in the morning? I'm like, wow.
Your time
Yeah.
is up. My time is now to get your ass to work.
Yeah,
I used to
your
really
shit-
like. I used to really like the Brood. Also, it was a
Yeah.
cool entrance music. Also,
Yeah, it got annoying after a while though.
yeah, I guess
I was-
it gets
I-
to you.
I was really into the 80s music, but that's just me. I'm an old guy, so
No, and
Well,
they
yeah,
did have,
Legion
you know,
of Doom-
Macho
Legion of
Man
Doom was
music,
great,
Legion-
Legion
I-
of Doom.
as of this day, Dusty Rhodes music, every time I hear it, I have to dance.
American.
Jesus.
Dream.
That and the beefcake. I always
Also, Hogan's.
Yes, Hogan's.
Yeah,
Not
Real American.
Not Real American is good. Is it Real American? I'm thinking of. What's his
I'm a
other
Real
one that
American.
In WCW
It's,
at the beginning there,
he
with
had? In WCW.
it was also
made in
American
USA.
themed- Made in USA. That's right.
Made in USA was fun, but I guess I'm a Real American.
And-
It's just always the classic.
And the
right?
my ringtone for my work phone is the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, that one's. I think that was my. Oh, I forgot about that one. That was the guitars. The
yeah.
guitars in the Four Horsemen is amazing.
Oh,
and
right.
when you hear that,
yeah.
it's really.
Even
Yeah.
Alan Page right now, I love.
That was your galloping.
Yeah, it was horrible galloping. Yeah, so that was Monday Night Raw, I guess. Bobby versus Cedric, we can skip.
Yeah.
Bianca, Liv, and Asuka versus Bex.
That was a nice match.
Yeah, it was okay. I guess that was the main
You're
event.
fucking up on her name, bro.
Two-time. No, it's not two-time.
Big time Bex.
Big time
Big
Bex. That's
time
right.
Bex.
It's two-time.
Yeah.
It's two-time. Well, oh my God. What was
Becky Two Belts, motherfucker.
Becky Two Belts?
Two
That's right.
Belts.
That's where I confuse both of them all the time. That's right. Big time Bex and Rhea and Sonya Deville. It was actually a cool
It was nice.
cool
It was a good
match. I don't know if I would have put it as main event, but it was a cool match. And get to Dynamite, which wasn't as good as last week.
No, it was sucked this year. This week. Oh, this year. It sucked. I was not
So
into
just remind everybody
whatsoever.
that last week they had to pull out. Adam Page had to pull out at the last minute, so it was rewritten. At
he
the last
pulled
minute.
out last minute.
No one likes when you pull out last minute. That's a cock tease if I've seen one.
Oops.
God damn it.
So so they had to rewrite it in the last minute, and it was actually a very good episode. This one not as good, but starts
a
off with
sleep-
Jeff. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it was a sleeper, but continue.
You
Yeah,
were just falling. You were just probably already
No.
asleep because you're a tired
I was
motherfucker.
watching it where I am right now, watching that and Johnny Depp and Amber.
That's fair.
Okay.
Oh my God, she shat in his bed. Oh shit, AEW Dynamite is on.
Yeah, I was watching.
It starts off with Jeff Hardy and Bobby Fish, which was a good match. Which was a
That was
good
a fun
match.
Oh,
I especially liked the stare at the end from the Bucks and the Hardys.
Yes.
So soon we'll
that's
have
gonna be dope.
we'll have that
They've
rematch
already-
from.
Yeah, they've already
From
fought each other
ROH.
twice, I think. So yeah.
Yeah,
In
the
Ring
day
of Honor, no?
before the day before WrestleMania, they lost the titles to the Bucks, right?
Wasn't that in Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
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 The day before going back to WWE at WrestleMania, they lost the
Yes.
titles to the Bucks. Which was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 2017.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then it seems like the Undisputed Elite are kind of on the same page now. That's
But
Yeah, for now. For now. I mean, dude, they're waiting until Kenny gets there and then they'll break them up. So
yeah,
for
yeah,
now, they're gonna be one big happy family and then
that seems like
Kenny
the
I
plan. Yeah.
really don't care about them.
About
Wow.
About Elite. And
Wow.
the whole group or this new group?
the faction.
So the Undisputed Elite. So
Yeah.
the Bucks, the Red Dragon, and Adam
Yeah,
Cole.
yeah.
Okay, I've seen this. I wanted to talk about this. I've seen it this week on Twitter. This debate going on is
Which do you like
Oof.
better, WrestleMania or SummerSlam? That's such a big fucking question.
Okay, are you talking about Mania now or Mania then?
I mean, I would still say WrestleMania regardless, though, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, WrestleMania is where you're going to have your big championship matches and ending of storylines. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually better than SummerSlam.
I
if you
commit
ask
to
me
fist.
between those two, I'll choose WrestleMania. If you throw in
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, I'll definitely take Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble is my favorite pay per
Okay,
view.
I agree with Casey.
That's my favorite
Okay.
pay per view.
Go ahead,
you have-
go ahead, Costa. Finish what you were saying.
So I
Is he
forgot.
Casey or Costa or Kid Crazy? Which is it?
It's Michael Costa, KC.
Kid Crazy, and you could use the acronym of KC, I guess, if you want.
Okay, KC. Go, Case.
I completely forgot what I was.
Casey fucking calls him Case now.
The
All right,
faction.
go Case. It's all you. Faction. He says he doesn't like Undisputed Era Elite because he's a grumpalump. And then he's got a debate on Twitter.
Oh yes, the debate on Twitter. Yes, about Adam Cole. I don't see the same energy, and he's not as over, and he doesn't seem as cool in AEW
Right.
as he was in NXT. What do you guys think about
Right.
that?
I disagree.
That's it.
Yeah,
I disagree.
He
Well-
disagrees. It doesn't tell me why he disagrees.
No, it just
And why is he cool and over in AEW?
So
Let me
the
think of
problem
this.
is, I just think the issue is that because we've seen Adam Cole in a faction for so long in NXT,
Jesus
his entire career was a faction and he was the lead. What is your favorite title belt of all time?
Winged
You just
Eagle.
don't want this podcast to end, huh? Like that's where we're going.
It's the '80s world title of WWF. The one that I won back.
I think I like the WCW Championship, man. I don't know. That's my
Big Gold
the big goal.
or,
Yeah.
or the '92 one.
I don't know what the 92 one was. So I'm
The
gonna
one
say
that
the big
Vader
goal.
had.
This helps me because I remember Vader back in the day. Either way, that's my answer.
Okay.
Big gold WCW Championship. You're a Golden Eagle because that was also a pretty sexy title too, though. Yeah, that's valid.
I'll go with the 24/7.
The Toonie.
The Toonie belt. Oh, and yeah, I guess we forgot about that for Raw too. This whole divorce bullshit. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
What
Wasting
divorce?
all this time to get
Our
married.
Truth is a certified divorce lawyer.
Yeah,
That's the only part of that storyline going is Our Truth.
yeah.
Can you continue your comment, please?
What comment? What?
Of Adam Cole.
Okay, Adam Cole. So yeah,
And you
so-
upsetted her.
why? What did she say now? I can go back to sleep if you'd like. No, I mean, do whatever as you please. You are your own woman and you can do what you'd like. But thank you for joining in at this whole time. As I was saying, yes. So I think because we've seen him in a faction for so long and the fact that he comes here, we're going to think it's going to be the same, but it's not the same, I think, because he doesn't get enough time on the mic. The segments kind of kill it. I feel the backstage segments, they're good, but I feel like they almost don't make it good enough for us to necessarily care more about them. If that sounds, because they sound more like a comedic group.
Yep.
Rather than a serious one. And I get it. You have Brandon Cutler, who's a funny, and then you have the Young Bucks, who are goofy. But because you have that mixture of people, because O'Reilly and Fish don't really talk, that's why Adam Cole makes it seem so serious and he's cocky and it's great. But because you have the Bucks added to that with Brandon Cutler and the camera bullshit, it kind of what is your favorite piece of merch you own, if any? Mine would be this one currently.
I can show you mine. Give me a second.
And for Kid Crazy, it's not going to be obviously our WTN shirt because he's not wearing that either. But he's wearing the hat.
Favorite piece of merch? I guess we'll have to be the Stone Cold
Awesome
belt.
316. Stone Cold belts.
The broken skull.
What? Nice. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is nice. We bought it in shared custody, so it's half mine, half somebody else's. But
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What action figure are you going to bring us now?
Yeah. It's not technically a merch.
It's not a. It's a statue.
Or a figurine, right?
Okay. It's a.
That's nice.
Look at that.
I guess.
Nice.
And it comes with the ring that it kind of collapses.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Nice. Out of all of your wrestling merch, that is your
Yes, because
creme de la creme.
if you go to eBay or wherever, you're looking at a good thing of $200 to $300 to $400.
Oh, that's not bad, actually.
I got this for $50.
Good deal.
It's been 3 years I've been looking for this.
Oh, okay. You just got it. Okay, I thought you've had it.
It's gonna make a couple months.
Yeah, that's even good. When you've been looking for something and you finally get it, that's cool. So I understand how
that and my collection of 4 Horsemen Hall of Fame action figures.
That's fair. Yeah, I would say. Where is it? So I bought me an AEW sweater.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen him wear it already.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's.
Oh no, sorry, I'm confusing with the hoodie. Yeah, with the WTN hoodie. That's right.
I'm a real American. Oh, how the hell does this go now?
Yeah.
Help if I knew where I put my sweater.
This is never gonna end. Oh, here we go. See, it looks like this when it's all set up. See, it's very, very.
Okay, so it's in the corner in the turnbuckle.
Yeah. Very hard to find. Very.
What you done did, Ambrosia? You made this into a. But yeah, so here is.
This is never gonna finish.
No, we're fucking just going on and on and on. It goes on and on again. By the way, still hashtag not sponsored. But this is the AEW sweater. And it's pretty freaking comfortable.
You look like Tony Schiavone.
Oh, look at me. I look like Tony Khan.
I actually like it. I'm actually going to buy one.
And look. It has the logo in the back.
Well, the back of your chair really doesn't.
Oh, right.
If you get up, it would help. That's it. Pick up your pants.
Oh, yeah. That like
oh,
like that,
sweet.
That's a nice zipper there. A nice zip sweatshirt.
It's on my list. It's on my list.
There you go. Still hashtag not sponsored. It's too fucking hot though. It's actually very comfy, but also very hot. Yeah. But there you go, Ambrosia. We have answered the question of our merchandise. Broken skull belt though. Didn't realize.
Yes.
We had one.
Yes.
That's pretty badass.
It was pretty expensive, so that's why it's shared custody. But it's definitely nice to have when we go.
You have it right now?
No, I don't have it right now. It's at my house. It's at my apartment.
You have the replica?
Yeah, $450. Me and my friend Elias. His name is Elias.
You have a friend named Elias?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And when we go to SmackDown or events like that, we always bring it, and it's pretty cool. Everybody looks and wants to touch it and everything else.
Thank you for the questions, though. We do appreciate it. We are teasing. Have yourself a good rest. I'm sure Big Red over there is very jelly bean because he has to wake up tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Four,
Okay, so
3 o'clock.
so
Um,
so yeah, just to finish on my thought on Adam Cole. The
Go
reason
ahead.
I say this is because I understand that he's not in NXT. He was the man, right? So
Right.
and the main event picture title revolved around him. So segments at the beginning, segments at the end, promos. I understand all that. But I just feel when they do those backstage segments, he can still go in the ring, and I still love his matches. But just those backstage segments sometimes they don't convince. They're trying to portray him as the leader of this new faction, and I'm just not buying it. He's not. He's not showing me the leadership skills that he had in NXT, and maybe I'm not seeing it the right way. But I just get that feeling. I get that feeling that he's not as over as he was in NXT.
It's also that he's more what's the word I could use? I don't take him as serious as he was in NXT.
No, that's what I'm referring to. So it's probably
Yeah.
just a mixture of both. It's a mixture
Yeah.
of you have a comedic tag team with him. You also don't have him being displayed and pictured all over the place as you did in NXT because he was the main guy. So they were building towards that. And he's not the best wrestler in AEW whereas he was in NXT.
There's
Right?
that too, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
there
I-
is that he's one of the best, sure, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you have Kenny Omega there.
That's what I was-
You have Hangman
Daniel
Page,
Bryan,
you
yeah.
have Bryan.
and I
you know?
think he's gonna be less funny, you could say, when Kenny shows up.
Yeah, I think that will be his break. That can be his breakthrough
Yeah.
moment in that rivalry with Kenny, and we can see the real Adam Cole.
Because he doesn't have really anyone to dance with at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's had some great matches, but there's something missing there, and I think that rivalry with Kenny can spark that
Yeah.
in him. Wardlow versus Big Cass, because we talked about the trios match already.
Who?
So Wardlow versus William Morris. Yeah.
That was kind of fun, and he did
looked
manhandle Wardlow a bit. So,
I was surprised it was just one power bomb.
I mean, W. Morrissey's a pretty big dude, though. Like you can't just
Yeah, no, but
But he looked
Lance,
good, though.
Lance
Didn't he
is
look good?
he looked good, but Lance is a big guy too, and he did 4. So
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, at the same time, I don't think W. Morrissey is going to be an AEW guy, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't think they want to make him look bad for when he goes back to Impact. And Impact, he's like a beast.
Yeah,
kinda
they probably
thing,
asked
so-
him not to, and they probably asked Tony not to make him look too bad either.
Mm.
Impact Wrestling, so I wouldn't be surprised there. But what I really did like about this match is the crowd chanting. That was amazing. It was like when they do the two kinds of chants. So one group chants something, and then the other group chants something else. So it was we want Enzo, and then the other one's no, we don't. We want Enzo. No, we don't. I was rolling on the floor laughing when I heard that. That was
Sorry,
pretty
guys.
cool because
That was great.
he is a polarizing figure, and he's kind of 50%. Either you like him or you hate him. So
That's
it kind of fit well with with Enzo's character there.
They should
So I
really
thought-
just get him though, just for segments with MJF. Like, oh, that would be money.
Oh my god!
That would be
oh
money.
my god! That would be money for real.
Like,
That would be money for real. I don't know. I haven't seen Enzo in a while, so I don't know if he can still go on the mic like that back and forth.
I'm sure
But
he
if he
could.
can, that would be great.
But
It's
have you
that
seen
New
him?
York? It's that New York slang, that talk. He's
Have
got
Yeah.
you
that.
seen
don't lose
Enzo
that.
lately?
I think I've seen him in an independent sometime right before Morrissey went back to Impact.
He's
They-
jacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah,
big.
yeah.
He's,
He's huge compared to what he
Yeah.
was. He's no more 205. That's for sure.
oh no, like he wasn't 205 when there was 205. So when he was a
No.
champion there, he was on the nose, and not only, and I think they were lying. He said he was 205 pounds on the nose. So I think they were lying. They just needed him to be somewhere. It's a shame because
he did something there in that cruiserweight.
well, he made that cruiserweight division relevant work, and people were actually watching 205 live. And I understand why Pac left, because Pac is a traditionalist, and he's like, "What the fuck is this guy doing over here?" Right. I understand Pac's point of view here, but as a business, Enzo was making 205 legit,
and which is weird. But yes, he was.
Yes, yeah, because he was horrible in the ring. But fuck, do you want to tune in and listen to him? Though
it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that good either.
Yeah, okay. I've seen worse wrestlers, but I mean, it wasn't that good. Especially if you're a purist like Neville or Pac. But that
yeah, bastard.
So yes, that was our short segment on Enzo. So we finally gonna have that Wardlow MJF match.
Yes, but there will be stipulations.
I see.
We'll find out next week.
I see him handcuffed one hand, or can't do power bomb, or if something.
I see that can't do power bombs. Yeah. I could see that as a, but he's gonna have to do more than that to restrain.
Wrestling is better than mic skills, says Steven.
Yes, I definitely agree, Steve. Steven, I definitely agree that what counts is the product in the ring from bell to bell, but to build up a match, the mic skills are important. Mm-hmm. So in the weeks pre-leading to this match that we all want to watch, whatever match it is, inside the ring and between the bells, it needs to be built up so people want to watch it. And how do you build that up is with mic skills and promo skills. So
right.
It has to
how
be
you also build that up is not having Ronda Rousey as any of your wrestlers during this pre-build up.
Yeah. It would work more with her just breaking arms, going around breaking arms.
Agreed. Exactly. Enzo as manager, Stephen Debbie says.
I think I would see him as a manager, yeah. Yes.
He has the mouth to do it.
Yeah. He has the mouth to do it.
You can almost
I don't know if any
with Hobbs. You know what I mean? Get Hobbs out of Taz's faction because he's not doing anything there.
Oh wait,
I think
Sorry.
How can I say this?
Just the crying one? Okay. Have you met any super?
She's back.
She's back. I thought you were adoring me, huh?
Have you met any superstars? If yes, who?
I've met Batista. He signed something for me. I met. That's all I can recall at the moment. I'm sure I met a few, for sure, back in the day. Kevin Nash. I met Kevin Nash before his 10,000 knee surgeries. Yeah.
I got wasted with PCO.
Nice.
And when he was a bouncer at this strip club on the South Shore, a few years, 9 years ago. 9 years ago, yeah, 2013.
Wow. Nice.
So that was cool. Yeah, that was cool. And I guess that's the only superstar.
Really?
Superstar I've met. I think so.
You never went to go get autographs or whatever?
No.
Oh, that explains why you don't want to go see the Mick Foley thing.
Me either.
I'm not a meet and greet guy. With
but it's also for a show. It's a comedy show.
No, but and I'm also.
He's still wasted.
He still is wasted. PCO, yeah. What was I about to say? No, because I just don't care for Mick Foley.
I mean, that's really throwing it out there.
I highly respect what he's done for the business and the sacrifices he's done for the business and to put others over. I just don't care for his post-retirement.
Bang down.
So yeah, Adam Page's promo, turning heel. Basically, that's what we talked about before. So I don't know if you guys want to add anything.
Well, I mean, can you kind of tell me what he exactly said though? Because I asked before and you guys still didn't tell me. So
basically, he was just saying, you guys want me to fight Punk. You guys want us to be friends, but I'll never be friends with Punk. Basically like that. I'm paraphrasing, basically throwing Punk under the bus
It's a
and
fight
throwing
of
the
the.
fans under the bus.
It's gonna be the fight of his life. Blah blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
that Punk is in for the fight of his life. If you think this is going to be just a match, this is going to be the fight of your life. Basically, that's what it is. He seen actually. This is one of Page's most enthusiastic promos in the last few weeks. If he's gonna turn heel, I'm intrigued to see what he can do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Eddie Guerrero. I was in depression for a good week.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I didn't go to school and everything.
I don't know, man. I think the Owen Hart thing was very shocking for me. Him
Yeah.
dying in the ring. I also think the whole Chris Benoit story was really fucked up. Yeah, I'll probably just stick with Owen though.
Yeah, I think Benoit would be my pick also.
Well, I mean, not
Shocking.
him dying, because
No, yeah.
What he
The whole-
did, you know, the whole just story of what he
the way
did
the way
to
it
his
impacted
family.
also, because her question was about the impact of a death of somebody passing away, and I think that had a huge impact on the industry. Those CNN was covering it.
Yeah, the
Everybody
roid
was
rage,
covering
from
it.
roid stuff to
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it again, CCT, I think, CTC.
Yes, concussion.
Concussion, whatever it's called.
Yeah. It was definitely a huge had a huge impact on the industry. Of course, watching over the, I think it was Over the Edge, right, where when Owen Hart passed away.
What a pay-per-view.
Watching that
called?
also,
Jesus.
yes, Over the Edge, yeah.
Snuka.
Well, not dying. I think what Steve is talking about is maybe the murder that he was accused of.
Was he accused? Is it proven?
His wife.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, well, not proven.
Well, they covered it in Dark Side of the Ring, right?
They covered it in Dark Side of the Ring. When he did go to court for something along those lines, though, he was already out of it. He was not all there, so they couldn't.
End of his career, dementia was already hitting him hard. Yeah.
So he kind of didn't go to jail for anything, but he just ended up dying. He was pretty much on his last on his deathbed, anyways, already. So, and he kicked the bucket, and and Vince helped him cover that story up because the cops back in that area were easily persuaded.
Yeah, but I think it's in Dark Side of the Ring where they report that a briefcase of money was given to.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
How long do you have?
That's Shawn Michaels, definitely, no doubt, the first one.
Yeah. The retirement when Shawn retired.
No, that would be the second one. The first one. They were both good, but I think the first one really hit the mark on that.
I would go with the second one.
That's fair.
That and the end of the era.
Oh, when he was the special guest referee for the Triple H match.
Yeah, that match was pretty fuego too.
Yeah, that match was pretty good too. Yeah, that match was pretty good.
Giant Gonzalez. Wow.
Did he die? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he died in Argentina.
In Argentina? Oh, okay. Pretty. I see it impacted Steve's life. The death of Giant Gonzalez.
I'm
but
sure
yeah,
there's
Castagnol
more,
was.
though, but Eddie was fucked up.
Oh yeah, I argued with my teacher when he passed away.
Who?
Eddie Guerrero.
Who did you say? I missed the name.
I said I argued with my teacher.
No, I know, but who? I missed the name of the person.
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh yeah. I think as because Eddie was beloved by everybody.
Yeah.
He was really, really, really loved by everyone, and I think that's what impacted most people because it was such a surprise, and he was so over with everybody. Such a good guy. I never heard anybody say something bad about Eddie Guerrero.
No, and it wasn't his prime.
No one said anything bad about Benoit either, but like people still classify Benoit as one of the best technical wrestlers and all that, and he was very quiet and all that.
Who is the most underrated and overrated? I can give you right now. The Miz. Over with.
Oh
Woo!
my god.
The Miz, I could put the same butt. Corbin,
What a hater.
I'm not a hater, okay?
That's
Zoolander
shading if
over
I've
there
ever
with his
seen.
freaking bandana and glasses.
You're just jealous you can't pull it off.
If you're acting like this, that means he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
No.
That's it. He's doing what he needs to do.
If you hate somebody you don't know this much, that means he's doing a great job.
He's doing an awesome job.
I can't stand that
That's
guy.
the idea. He's
He
great.
could leave and I wouldn't give a rat's ass.
Oh, you'd miss him. You'd miss him. You
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
tell us
After
you miss
2
him,
weeks,
but you would
after
miss him.
2 weeks, he'd be like, "Guys, how come we don't see the Miz no more? I want to see the Miz.
I would not miss
I
him.
want to hate him."
I
No.
want to hate him,
I-
but I can't
I
hate
miss-
him now.
I miss Elias.
Now I'm just a grump.
Oh yeah, that I'll agree with you.
I
Okay,
miss
guys,
Elias.
it's already 2 hours, so let's close this up before Q&A continues.
Miss Q&A. Miss Q&A.
Um,
All right.
Ray Phoenix against Dante Martin. That was an amazing match.
Flash
Back and
show.
forth.
Yeah.
Some purists won't like it, like the
But-
Jim Cornettes or the Bubba Rays. But
Of course not.
I love it. I love it. I love the back
That
and forth.
Spanish butterfly that they landed together.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They didn't even know what to call it. Excalibur. I think it was
He
the
didn't-
first time ever.
same to you.
Thank you, you too.
No,
Even it's the first time I heard Excalibur being short for words. Like I don't even know what to
No.
call this move.
and he was like,
What move is that? Yeah. And for Excalibur to not know a move or not have a, that's pretty big because he's the
Is
best.
gotta be.
Is it me?
It had to have been
or
reinvented or something. Yeah.
is
that
it
was
me
something.
or was he? Did he switch seats with Tony? Did you notice that?
What's with you in semantics and like random
What do
little?
you mean? Like at the commentary table?
Yeah, because usually he's on the left of Jr. This week he was on the right.
Oh. And JR was still in the middle?
Yes, sir.
Well, maybe he was just drunk and got in the wrong chair.
It's very possible.
Because there's rumors of these guys drinking before. Well, not these guys, but like commentators, JR and
Well,
and,
Jr.
uh,
seems
with-
drunk either way. So
and the king and
Oh,
the king
jeez.
used to have a good time before going up live.
it was a slobber knocker of a night.
Yeah, I like this whole House of Black thing with finally
Ju-
the full
And
death
Julie
triangle.
Hart kind of like is in the picture.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. What'd you
now.
guys think about that? Yeah, is she like? I
I-
felt like she was gonna turn, and then
I
she
thought-
decided not to turn.
I thought it was
Well,
gonna
no,
be
but
like
then Pac came in though, right? To kind of
yeah.
not
Yeah,
make her
the
turn
death
yet.
triangle
I-
came to save the day, type of thing.
Yeah, she better turn though. Honestly, she's not doing anything with the Varsity Blondes. So
No.
let's
You're
make
gonna
her turn. Let's
next
make it
week.
happen.
Next week you can see her eyes all back to normal. She's gonna be all a cheerleader.
I hope.
Well,
That's
unless she
story-
takes off her patch and she'll have like a kind of
But-
the makeup
but-
like
But
like
she took
Aleister
her
Black patch.
She took her patch out.
No, I
Well,
think she was still covering it.
I know Alistair
technically.
took it out. That's when
Yeah,
when
but
she was
she
Oh
was
yeah,
covering
but she
covering
was
it.
covering. Yeah, and she was in the corner covering
Yeah,
her,
but-
so we didn't see
okay,
it. We didn't
wait.
see it right.
But
So
even with
now probably next week we'll see with the makeup like Malachi has.
but she
like
already
all
has
of-
the makeup.
Oh, so we did see it, or she wasn't covering
She
it
has
up. I don't.
she
I don't
has the
think I-
makeup because with their patch you still see the makeup on the like
a bit
around
underneath, like
well,
okay,
yeah.
coming out of the patch. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
notice
so
that.
she's definitely going to be turning to. The
I
House of
hope.
Black. That's dope. That's dope. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good time.
Yep. Because yeah, like you said, I don't know. She wasn't doing anything with Varsity Blondes, and for all I like Brian Pillman Jr., it's not working out.
No.
It's not working out. He showed pretty much a lot of emotion in this promo before the match, and it still didn't do much
No bueno.
for me to be interested in him. So
No bueno.
so I don't know. They'll have to find a different route or try to find another way. Reinvent yourself, man.
Yep.
If you have just a bit of your father's creativity, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And
well said.
the main event, which was the ROH Women's Championship, well, the undisputed, because both were
Mhm.
one was
Interim.
champion, one was interim champion.
Right.
Mercedes Martinez was interim, and Diana Peruzzo was, I
Mhm.
guess, the old school,
Right.
the original champion. Yeah, we knew that Mercedes was going to win because Donna
We
is
did.
not part of Dawn is
Did
not part
we?
of well,
But
she's not part of ROH or AEW. She's part of Impact. So
but
it
she's not
seems
No,
like
part.
but I
Tony wants
mean,
to.
But wait, she's not part of Impact no more.
who?
She's not part of Impact anymore.
What do you
No,
mean she's not part of Impact?
her contract is over, expired.
Oh yeah.
I believe
Oh,
so.
I think you're wrong. Let me check.
I believe so.
Because well, she just beat Taya Valkyrie, right? I mean, Taya Valkyrie just beat her for the title at the last pay-per-view for Impact,
And
and that was her last. That was her last match.
but isn't she in AAA now?
Well, she's no, because she's Triple A champion, women's champion for a
Yeah.
while now. But she's
Yeah,
been there
that
for a
doesn't
while.
mean she's.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about the girl you just finished saying her name.
Perazo.
No, that the one who beat her.
Taya Valkyrie.
Yeah, isn't she in AAA?
Well, she's an Impact and Triple A.
Oh, I thought she was.
They're both. She's the Impact Women's Knockout Champion now because she beat Donna Peruzzo, and she's gonna fight in a, I think it's a mixed tag team with her husband in the AAA. That's somebody we should be seeing soon, right? Somewhere. John Morrison,
yeah,
Isn't
right?
he-
Maybe it's
is-
him.
Isn't
the,
he in
the Joker,
Maybe he could be the Joker.
Isn't
too.
he in GWC?
GCW. You mean?
GCW? Sorry.
Fucking go to bed.
He's not good with acronyms.
Okay, well,
Holy shit! Since you have left yet, he has the worst nickname. Big Red. Big Red.
JLB.
What's it called? Yeah,
Okay,
Duke,
I was still kind of shocked by that though.
Duke the Dumpster Dorsey.
That's valid. The Brooklyn Brawler,
Ripple Man.
Repo Man. Yeah, straight up. Anything from the '90s, from like the early '90s.
Yeah, right before the Attitude Era, like the
yeah.
Goon,
The
Gobbly
Oz.
Googer,
yeah, yes, that was
the
a bad one.
Shocker,
The Shockmaster.
the Shockmaster. That's it. The Shocker.
The Oz.
That was Tugboat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Oz was bad, man. I don't know how he had to. You have to be good to wear that. Man.
Or the Yeti.
Yeah,
We
the
can't
Yeti was
forget
bad.
about the Yeti.
WCW had a few bad ones.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Seven.
Skinner.
Seven, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
My boss is gonna.
Okay.
All right.
So I was shocked by that. Deonna Purrazzo losing. I feel she's maybe the better wrestler. I maybe wanted to see more or this continue because I do like both of these wrestlers. I thought it was a
Yep.
fun match. I wish it was a little bit longer. So definitely wish that's to be continued. Deonna Purrazzo seems to still be an Impact, so I don't know where Big Red gets his sources, but he doesn't get it from KCRI on this one. So we will definitely keep you posted. If
I
that's
didn't
a
get. It
thing.
was our source. It was my attention, I believe.
His intention. Well, there we go. We cannot believe what's in his brain. Apparently, it doesn't work well. He's a bit tired. But what is great, guys, we are also very tired, and we think you are tired of listening to us. So I'd like to thank everyone for commenting, watching, and listening. Of course, you can always follow us on our socials at WTN Wrestling on all the social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know anymore. YouTube, Twitch, wherever. We are everywhere and anywhere, so you can certainly check us out. You can also follow Big Red at
At the Big Red 7819 or on the WTN Wrestling Talk Now.
There you go. You can also follow the crazy one, Kid Crazy, at
WTN's Kid Crazy on Twitter and here on Facebook at WTN and any other social media platforms.
I would also like to ask you guys as well. We do have an Appreciate Me shirt that we made for Chris Jericho, and we are going to be sending him the shirt. We actually already
Really?
sent it to him.
We did. We did? Who's this?
Not us. My
Oh,
other wrestling.
Okay, I was like, what you guys talking?
My other wrestling podcast. He had designed it, and it's like the Acknowledge Me shirt, but it's Appreciate Me. And we had put Jericho's silhouette. So we're going to see if that goes anywhere. But I would like to ask you guys to maybe retweet that because we are trying to see what happens with Chris Jericho.
We'll
if
do.
he ends
Which
up wearing
handler
it
do I look
somewhere.
for? Your handler? I look for
Just
your
my
handle?
JLB 420. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
So that is fun. And of course, Real Talk Radio is the brand at Real Talk Radio 8, anchor.fm/RTR. gonna get my thing up for Uncharted. My review up there. That should be. I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I'll do it tomorrow. So that will be coming soon.
And follow us
Um,
on TikTok.
and follow us on TikTok at WTN Wrestling. Yeah, we'll eventually be more active. And
We're trying
that
to
is
get the
it.
hang of it. There's just gonna be
He's trying to get the hang.
yes,
Old Man River over here.
Mr. Technology over here.
Mr. Technology. That's it. But that is it. We are now going to say our goodbyes as we just did. We will see you guys next time for the recap. You can probably, it's going to be next Thursday or Sunday, depending. Thursday. Will be next Thursday. We wish you guys, make sure you wish your mothers a happy Mother's Day on Sunday. And we will see you next time. Until then, though, ciao for now.